Welcome back, everyone. Well, the biggest thing we're gonna see are tighter team formations, really, because you don't survive alone on Cata 3. The amount of things you can kill on your own is limited, just at least. The only way to actually match up to the amount of units that are going to be
Mic
spawned
check.
at you and the amount of health that is going to be in front of you is going to be to have a a tight team composition that exploits each other's strength to get the maximum amount of damage out of everybody.
Okay, yeah. So at the really start, we were able to hear you. You heard me because I was talking over Discord, but they didn't hear me on OBS because my scene was muted for some reason. So what
Did
you
everybody miss that?
everybody heard what you said about tighter groups, about what we're going to see here in the different
Yeah.
maps. But I do want to again just out loud say it again. We're going to see five teams playing today. This is day 2, day 2 of the Deathwish Onslaught tournament. This is Cata 3 play. We have 5 teams. Shout out their names. We've got Mighty Masochists, Ruby Legion, 13 Reasons Why, Team No Flavor, and Team Nameless Patrol. Looks like a lot of NA, EU teams that we're going to see today. And maybe we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna see any pickaxes. I don't know if we're gonna see any controller. But you can see just right off the bat, I love seeing different people's like perspectives here. So you can see Mr. Chen's, how they have like very reduced textures. Like look at this sword right now. It's kind of crazy. And then we have Cyber Mercy. Does not look like they're on just yet.
Yeah, I'm seeing 4 streams out of 5 that have started. Surprisingly, everybody for Kruber is taking
You got it,
work out of
welcome.
the 4 that we get to see.
Cyber Mercy just went live.
This is the 5th one coming on, and we do have one Grill Knight on that team.
I'm excited to see this. All right, I'm gonna pause this music, the background Vermintide music. We're gonna take a look here at the team. Just up in the top left, we got Ice. I can turn on the music. I'm gonna put myself away. Good luck, have fun. Let's watch these teams.
Yeah, but to be fair, if you check, because I would rather not.
Alright, we're gonna be starting with Fort Brexenbroeke.
Good old Fort Brexenbroeke.
Just double checking.
Yeah.
So probably all the teams are starting about exactly the same time, so we'll have a good rush of teams going through. One thing is going to be diverging between the teams, since those are not seeded runs. The first home area in Fort has 2 different paths that can open up at random, so we'll get to see if we get a 50-50 split of teams going left or right.
So just for you guys to see, top left here we have Isolator. To the right, Cyber Mercy, /X on the bottom left here, and Mr. Chen bottom right. And then I do have the 5th stream up. This is Blow. So just kind of keep that mental note. I will be calling out which team is which. But this is the best I got for resolution wise, and the stream is now a 1080p 60 FPS. So you guys let me know how it looks. If there's any hangups, any problems, any issues, please let me know.
Now, if we see the spread of careers that we've got here, and only 5 teams, we've got 4 mercenaries and 1 Grail Knight. So there's a Kruber on every team, right? It's all mercenaries and 1 Grail Knight. It'll be interesting. Ooh, one team's already in trouble here. That's
Chen's.
Team's already in big trouble. The brutality of Cata 3, like, we might see some teams just blow through their attempts in surprising amount of time. See, we've got a team that's already on their 2nd attempt immediately. It hasn't even been like 3 minutes.
This is punishment. The punishment, and plus it's Beastmen, right? So, well, some of them are facing Beastmen, and the Beastmen.
Yeah, I do believe they died to Beastmen.
I believe that they were. I saw Packmaster in there. It picked them up.
Yeah, the sheer amount of specials is one of those things that is also additive to Cata 3 compared to just Cata 1. there's even more of them.
So what is it
It
safe
is.
to say you're gonna have somebody dedicated as your special killer, or is everybody gonna jump on that?
Well, obviously, like everybody except potentially Grail Knight and whatnot will be focusing on killing specials whenever they see them. But you do have you probably will have at least one person in the group that has like a build that is really good at taking down specials, like a volcanic power, bolt staff wizard or something like that.
One thing I'm already seeing is the amount
And
of
the longbow is always pretty good, as we've seen yesterday from I believe it was it Combine? Was the name?
yeah, there was a lot of bow play. Everybody in general, but like every team in general. But Combine was really making that longbow
Yeah, like
work.
that longbow was being like that was like 120 special kills or something like that. Was it?
Yeah, that deserves a
Something
screen
insane.
cap. But so up here we have somebody already dead over on /X team. This is team 13 Reasons Why.
We want to push up to the flat here.
That is their
It's
that is their
Returner
mercenary.
Captain,
Every other team looks to be
oh
doing
yeah,
all right.
this other team as well has got one down. Slash. So
And the
we
trade-off.
got two teams that are one man down right now. If you saw that assassin on Cyber Merc, that went like backwards jumps, like those jumps that happen mostly when there's some slight AI overwhelming, and the AI padding goes a little wonky when there's too many things around. That's what the assassin did to him. Just jumped backwards at him and killed him. So unfortunately, whenever that happens.
I wonder if we'll get the ultimate BM from Gutters when they do the slow Batman jump. That is the ultimate
Well,
BM.
usually they don't manage to hit when they do that. You see, I was talking about this left and right. Just if we look at those teams here, we've got how many teams are seeing at least two.
Samurai Gen flavor.
Looks like the two teams left
Delito.
and 3 teams right, I think.
Incan. Just thank everybody for coming in and being part of today.
Another heal in the chest. You don't need it. Oh, Simon, you can top that.
We're gonna see. I
Everybody
think we
holding on,
see-
besides that one false start we had at the beginning from one team.
Oh my.
All of the other teams are either 3 or 4 men alive.
Nothing.
Almost losing the wizard on the
Oh, looks like we got a restart.
team Nameless Patrol.
Oh, Isolator.
Wizard's holding on. And he's got a healing.
I didn't get like.
Isolator had
did
a
I just,
DC.
I just missed a
or anything.
failure on top, did I?
I don't think it was
or
a
a
failure. I
DC?
think it was a DC.
Good start.
Yeah, they have said that they are playing on Onslaught Plus, which might have potentially extra stability issues, unfortunately. For 3 out of the 4 maps, they will be playing Onslaught Plus if they can, if the game allows them to.
Tell me when to rejoin.
As far as progression, I think I see they're pretty close, but it's looked like Cyber Mercies is the furthest ahead currently.
I've literally never crashed.
Oh no, you could hear that crash. Let's take a look. Let's listen in. Let's listen in on Cyber Mercy. See what these guys are up to. They just made it past the broken bridge. They picked up their Witch Hunter captain. That banner's down.
Slash is also about the same
Yeah,
area.
yeah, down here. Looks like they're pretty
they
close. How's our 5th team doing? Our 5th team working their way up to that portion. So these are their 2 farthest teams right now. /X's team and Cyber Mercy. Having to deal with these beastmen. So the weapon choices. Let's talk about that. So
Yeah, weapon and carrier choices. Like I was mentioning, there were 4 mercenaries, 1 Grail Knight. We see not every team has taken a wizard. Right now, I can't really look at the team composition of Isolator, unfortunately. But we do have on the other 4 teams. We
Now-
have 2 wizards and 2 elves, basically. Or not 3 elves, 3 shades. All the elves are shades.
yeah, so the careers are all the same, but they're just a different variation of each
Yeah, it's like
team.
there's a pool basically of like 6 or 7 careers or so that are used. It's like let's say we've got mercenaries, Grail Knights, Shades, which is the only elf, Battle Wizard, which is the only wizard.
And Ironbreakers.
Yeah, Ironbreaker is the only dwarf that we're seeing. and for Saltspire it seems to be only Witch Hunter Captain that's been taken. I'm sure in some team comps Zealot could probably make it.
Maybe they'll switch it up in different maps. I mean, I'm assuming that these teams
Yeah,
are well practiced, well rehearsed. They know what they're getting
Yeah,
into.
it's quite likely that we'll see some carrier or weapon switches between the maps. Especially for things like Hell Scourge, which includes a boss fight.
Bows, crossbows, are all the Witch Hunter captains using the rapier? I would imagine so.
Yeah, on very high health enemies, the Witch Hunter captains will try to make use of their crit headshot instant kill more so than before, which the rapier is pretty good at exploiting. And you get that talent that makes your ultimate have 100% crit chance, and then you can start deleting Stormvermin patrols or such things with that ult. Or just hordes in general, even.
I'm gonna pause listening in on Cyber Mercy. We're just gonna kind of go through each team. Slastex. We're gonna listen to Slastex, see how they're doing. Because I love hearing the audio, the communication between some of these teams. You can hear the, all right, there's a gas rat over there. There's a gutter runner coming, and then you hear there's a gutter runner. It's like this, the energy that they're bringing in right off the bat. First map of the day. But it does sound like everyone's having fun. The pressure of that 3 hour hasn't set in yet.
The Isolator is restarting the run.
Yeah, they just started.
Their team comp as well, like, is within all those careers. We've got the Shade Wizard, Mercenarian, Witch Hunter Captain.
You think Shade is going to be in tight situations are similar to what we saw yesterday?
Yeah, we've seen the power of Shade yesterday, and it's both like the ability to stealth so much by using that insta-kill backstab to chain stealth, and well, the insta-kill backstab by itself, you know, the crit backstabs will kill things instantly, and when they have so much health, the value of that is increased significantly.
Scroll down here. Just want to make sure we're kind of watching all the teams. Blow just making it past the drop down from the little cave area. They're moving their way up towards, where are they? A footbridge? Where are they at right now? Oh, the river. I'm sorry. Man. He was trying to deal with the Beastigore, and instantly you had that leech just pop up. Just the sheer amount of aggression that these teams are going to be having to play through. It's going to be pretty crazy.
Cybermerc getting backstabbed trying to heal himself.
They have made it to the river. This is kind of where things get hairy. For me, this little drop down, just making it to the cave, things can get real tough.
Yeah, the open area where you go up this thing for the first grimoire, that is. That area has a lot of issues for a lot of teams in pubs and whatnot, but mostly because it's a boss trigger and has potential for a lot of ambience. But in this, most teams are probably going to be prepared for it better.
Let's see what happens. You see, they just said it as there should be a boss. That's usually what I think when I come to this location. It's either a horde, a patrol, and I hate having to fight a boss here. Especially, oh, the slow jump. Close. Close. With certain bosses here, especially when you take it on the right side, can be pretty troublesome. Even Storm, a group of Storms, if they shove you off the side, you can get attacked, you can get headbutted, you can get just like swiped by an ogre or a Storm friend. They can knock you right over this bridge, or I'm sorry, into the river to the right of them. So you have to be careful about your positioning.
Yeah. So far, most of the teams are doing pretty well. We've got a battle troll on Team 13 Reason Why.
You said you got a bio troll? Oh, okay. Oh, UI change. I was looking up on top of the screen. Let's take a look here.
Yeah, to the bottom.
Let's zoom in here. Let's enhance. Oh, I don't think I can. My browser's not happy with going full screen. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's because I can do this. There we
should
go.
probably figure out a way to do this for viewer experience here.
I got it. I got it figured. I pressed F11. I thought I was being big brain. So I have their audio up. Okay, we have their audio. Let's listen in on them. See how they deal with the bio troll in this situation. They've got a horde. They've got beastmen. They've got skaven. They've got a hagbane. Look at that.
Make sure we don't get flanked though.
I think they were actually saying that. I think Samurai Jen. Somebody else said hagbane.
Get that blood. That's 2 bloods. One down.
Puking. Horde front now.
Running dangerously low on that ammo.
Kinda bad. We can go past the troll. We can go past the troll. Let's keep looping here. Oh, I'm puked on.
This team has the Waste Stalker.
I'm gonna heal.
Yeah, it actually is a Waste Stalker. You got a Waste Stalker.
Kinda
Wait,
bad.
is it a Waste Stalker?
Yeah, look at her bracers.
Okay, gonna start DPSing the troll now.
And she just used her True Flight. So it's a Waste Stalker, a Witch Hunter Captain, Iron Breaker, and a Mercenary.
Oh, that Waste Stalker is probably the most unusual pick of the whole 5 team comps then.
Puking.
So it's almost hard to tell sometimes which career the elf is in first person, mostly because the skins can be pretty much all the colors.
Siege will TP during this.
But they've got him
You
down.
can't really associate green to the Waste Stalker quite as much. But yes, this is indeed a Waste Stalker.
It's not the exact amount. It's under him.
And a lot of people were saying yesterday that we were going to see Bill Hook. It's interesting that we're seeing both the Rapier and, like you guys said before last night, you'll see Bill Hook. That's what this Witch Hunter Captain is using. I actually haven't been paying attention to their Mercenary. I'm not sure what weapon the Merc has right now. Dual weapons, it looks like.
I don't want to hold it near this fucking water down.
Sword and hammer. Yeah. And our Iron Breaker is using dual hammers with a handgun.
I mean, we can.
Well, they took care of that troll. Let's take a look, see where everybody else is.
We've got potentially Mr. Chen, who's got a tight situation here, 3 alive with the dwarf being
Space for the hook weapon.
well.
Yep,
Yeah.
go back.
Take a look at these
It's
textures.
fighting. We're seeing a lot of beastmen across all of those teams right now. And,
Is that
Well,
just
different ones.
unfortunate luck, or is that how Cata 3 is gonna play?
not specifically Cata 3, but I guess it's slightly more likely on this map, which is an open area map.
Ice is dead. No. Wait a minute. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. These textures. Everything looks wet. Looks like a pre-render for like.
I mean, technically it is raining in Fort, so I guess that's not inaccurate.
Thank you. Whoa. What the fuck? I'm stuck.
Fighting around this cart, trying to hold him back with this. What is this? The shield and an axe. Oh, look! The dwarf on their team is wearing a one of
Isolator
Corellian's.
dead again.
Their backs are to the wall. Are they gonna drop off? That's a lot of time spent having to come back up if they fall off. There it is. There's a drop down. Oh no! Gutter runner picking him up. The lead's doing a big suck. Oh, he died right as he was able to save him. So now it's just the dwarf last stand on white health, it looks like. Oh no, double suck. That's gonna be a
That was
restart.
not white health. Technically, he had 4 permanent, but yeah, not that it matters, honestly.
Picked
The
him up.
Iron Breaker last standing is very easy to overwhelm.
Let's see, as far as
So
progression
that's going
on
to
this
be their
particular
third
map,
attempt, I believe. This was a team that died very early on, right?
I'm taking a
So
look
this is
here.
going to be their third attempt now.
Yeah, Team No Flavor. This is going to be their
Yeah,
third.
funnily enough, so this is something we didn't really see yesterday, but failures might potentially make teams move through the maps faster than victories in this,
It's
because of
possible.
how quickly failures can happen.
So we're info from the back end behind the veil. We've got Team Mighty Masochists are playing Onslaught Plus. Ruby Legion. The rest of them I think are all just regular. But Mighty Masochists, who is going to be
Yes, they're
This top
currently
left team.
having issues right now. The well, they're done. They failed their attempts.
Well, the first one I think was a crash. I think they're still on their.
Yes, but they did just died right then. So
Okay. Really.
now they're actually going to be on their second attempt, assuming the first one did not count because of the crash.
Yeah, I think the crash is forgiving. There's a grace to it. If it's a crash, I mean, there's nothing you can really do about it. But if it's a failure, like you get that defeat, or it's everybody's incapacitated. They're gonna start this map off with an abbey of monks. Let's see, where are we? So where's my mouse? There we go. I'm really interested to see where these two teams are here within the caves. You have /X, who's in the caves right now. That's our 13 Reasons Why. And then Team Cyber Mercy, who is Ruby Legion. Well, they got a
They're
dice.
still fighting a mix of Skaven and Beastmen.
But they're making their way up towards the finale right now. Cyber Mercy's team.
Which would make them potentially...
They're
most
only
ahead.
a couple of seconds.
They're the most ahead out of all the teams.
Only a
one team
couple of seconds ahead of what was /X? 13 Reasons Why. I'm remembering yesterday's team.
Yeah, 13 Reasons Why.
So Team No Flavor and Team Masochists are both on their third attempt. These other teams are all on their second. We have a gray wizard behind the veil telling us what's going on. What'd you say?
Cyber Merc, I don't believe they've... Have they died? I don't believe those two,
yeah,
those
Cyber
two
Mercy
teams are
is-
the most ahead. Yes, no? What attempts are they on? Do you remember?
Maybe I'm reading this wrong. This is either their first or it's their current. Oh, are you marking their current attempt? If they're marking their current attempt, then this is their first attempt.
Yeah, I do believe Cyber Merc and /X are still on their first attempts. I know Miss Chen is on their third and Isolator on their second, I believe.
Yes.
Not counting a crash.
Yes. Okay, I was reading this incorrect as though yellow means it's happening. Yellow means it's happening. Okay. I had to understand the Grey Wizard's magic.
Right, so our most ahead team being Cyber Merc, which is the only team who decided to pick a Grail Knight as opposed to a mercenary. It seems that choice might yet be paying off.
They're going to be getting quests. It looks like they're going for strength potions. Maybe they're running
Yeah, their wizard is running bolt stuff, which with a Grail Knight is probably necessary to deal with the sheer amount of specials.
But everybody has a potion. They've got one firebomb. Everyone's got healing. Oh, they have a standard bomb on the Witch Hunter Captain. I think they're really well positioned to take on this finale.
Yeah, they're in a very good spot. Look at our health, really. Like everybody's in
Yeah.
like very high green health even. Which
Is it-
like,
We're going to have to watch their health. Maybe they have a regen from the Grail Knight?
potentially, but I don't think so actually.
I'm watching the health right now. I'm not really seeing
any of
it.
their health move, really.
Yeah, no, they're just doing very, very well. It's being rehearsed in practice. Being well-tempered, ready for battle. There's a firebomb there for them as well. 3 bombs, 4 strength potions, 4 healing draughts. But life to them is incredibly precious because look, they don't have that mercenary. They don't have that temp health. They don't have that knockback. From the Witch Hunter Captain, they have a little bit of a knockback, so it's more important, even more so, to not get hit.
Although in Onslaught, especially Cata 3 here, there's always some temp health available since there's so many enemies to hit. But yeah, they're in one of the best positions you could possibly be to clear this event. And it's this event's got a rather high amount of specials and plague monks mostly.
Are we going to see a boss in this event? And this storm could cause a problem. What's it doing? Playing with his emotions. What was
I guess I
that?
remember also I did update the event to...
The storm was moving. Oh, that overhead. The storm was moving Saltspire, but it wasn't fully picking him up. Like, it kept just tossing him out.
Yeah, I just saw it a bit late. I guess my my stream was delayed. Yeah, it's kind of the storm does like kind of move you before it actually picks you up, right? And when depending on how the movement's been weird, sometimes they'll very rarely fail to pick you up like it did there. That was rather unique.
That was very lucky. Sigmar was blessing him. Let's see. Okay, so as they're taking care of this cannon fire, I just want to take a quick peek. We're going to keep watching what's going on. We have Isolators having to deal with a Bile Troll. We have Mr. Chen's going to be dealing with the Rat Ogre as well. And Blow making their way into the caves. Bringing up their Battle Wizard. Looks like the 4 of them are ready to fight. I still want to...
which is also in the end event now. So we've got 2 teams that are in the
oh, you're
last
right,
event
yeah.
at the same time now.
Let's see. We'll do an F11 here.
So if we look at their current situation, most of their team is also like got a decent amount of green health, and there's no ground light on this team either, so there's no regen happening.
You've got
And
that
they've all
cushion.
each got a healing item. They've got 3 conk bot.
Oh, for Slash X's team. Yeah, entering into it.
Yes.
They all have healing. Typically, maybe that's the bomb that they picked up. Typically, when you come in here just before, there's like a bomb on a cart. So maybe that's what they picked up. But look at the positioning where these teams have taken it. Some teams take it upstairs. This team took it down and to the right. They're making their way up to the cannon. They're going to fire the first shot.
Yeah, they're moving as a team. And just having the elf turn the cannon while everything else is held up by the other 3 there. It's working well for them.
We're going to take a... This Bile Troll should be finished here on Isolator's team. That's going to give them some...
We've got Blow, which is in trouble with 2 people left, both of them wounded.
Gotta get this cannon. I'm gonna go back to the cannon now. I gotta go other way.
Ooh, that was a weird suck, honestly. I very clearly saw this mercenary dodge, but he got grabbed anyway.
Shade. We're going to be looking at
the
some
Shade
Shade
potential
True Solo.
clutch. It's speedrun time.
It's weird.
Those
something's going on.
Warpfires and Leech are having none of it.
Oh no. Picked up that quick. Defeat. That's tough.
Of all fucking runs, why did we have to fill fort?
I believe that's going to be their second stamp now for Blow. Were they still in their first?
That was Team Nameless, so yeah, that's going to be the end of their first run.
Yeah.
I am trying
Both
to figure out
both
what's going on here.
Cybermerc and Slash Kicks are doing fairly well, although Cybermerc is 1 man down. Ooh, the Shade just went down. It might yet be trouble for them.
On cannon.
Who are we looking at?
Switch other captain.
Shade. Oh, okay, up here on Cyber?
Yeah, Cybermerc.
Okay.
They have
I'm having some
1 man
issues here
down.
with full
The
screen.
Shade went down but got picked up again, so... And the Grail Knight has respawned. It needs to be picked up.
They're going to go
Shade should
invisible,
manage to do this
pick
with
him
spell
up.
fairly easily, yeah.
I'm having
Yeah,
some
then
issues real
stealth
quick.
revive there.
I may have to do some stuff here, guys. Give me a second.
They're still at the state. They don't even have the cannonball available yet. They still need to turn this cannon. Battle Wizard goes down.
But the Grail Knight is up. There's still 3 of them.
Yeah,
They-
they got their Green Knight back, but they're still at 3 standing. So the Switcher
Fire it
captain
right
wanted
in
to
your
turn the
face.
cannon, but is getting disturbed by those
No! The
flying
fire.
rats almost. Oh yeah, that's.
And
unfortunate.
gas. BM gas right on top of him, too. So you're going to have to start seeing some
regardless.
real defensive plays here.
Regardless of Boxkin, that's gonna be it for the Witcher captain. So now we're left with the Grail Knight and the Shade. The Shade being wounded as well.
Going
And
invisible.
this event has those respawning plague monks as well as all the disturbing specials, right? Mostly not disablers, but a lot of warpfires, gas rats, and even blightstormers too potentially. Just like making a mess of things.
I may have to relaunch my browser here because I can't full screen for some reason.
But the Shade is going to manage to pick back up the Witch Hunter Captain. Grail Knight's gonna go down once more. It's a fight. Whenever you start getting overwhelmed with this, it becomes a fight to get everything back up because the combo of Witch Hunter Captain gets launched by a gunner, but stays alive. The combo of all those specials which inflict ticking damage on you, the gunner, warpfire, and gas just randomly hitting you here and there. And the fact that whenever you're kiting, you don't really gain much health since you're not hitting things. Just drains those teams, and you can easily just attrition until everybody is dead.
I could earlier, Carrot. I'm trying to figure out how to... F11 will full screen all of them at once. So if I press F11, it'll close it. And I can't full screen now, so that's kind of what I'm having some issues with. I may have to relaunch the browser. That's what that stutter was for a second. So I may never press F11 again. And we'll leave it like this. I wanted to get rid of these black gaps.
Cybermerc now last standing, although this wizard did just manage to pick up the Grail Knight. So 2 now. And 3 Shade is back up as well. But fairly close.
I wouldn't even bother killing, honestly.
They didn't
Now we're back at
activate the
3
second
with the
Grim,
Shade
3
that
bombs.
might try to go for some cannon turning, but does not have stealth to cover it.
I wonder if I
So
can...
we'll have actually to skip doing that for the time being.
Yeah, I may have to just completely refresh my browser here. We're going to finish watching the rest of this and then we'll get into it. Because if I try to do another tab and open it up again, I'm going to get that stutter. So they have 4 up here on Cyber Mercy.
No, yes, now they have 4 up as the Witch Hunter Captain comes back into play. The Shade goes down after having turned the cannon a bit. Now they have to load it, so they do have the cannonball available to them now. They still need to get it into the cannon. And meanwhile, Slash Gex are 3 alive and do not yet have the cannonball.
It seems like you don't have any time. You don't have any time to sit still. There's no real safe place. It is large. It's a big portion. A lot of points in this particular event, the enemy can surround you. So it's more about continue to move.
It's not an extremely large amount of normal enemies. It's mostly just the sheer amount of warpfires and gas rats and gunners that just tick at your health because it's slightly unavoidable when there's that many of them around in an open area like this.
Soulspire has to get this res right now.
Yeah, the
Cyber Mercy.
Soulspire manages to get the res. They're holding on barely, just chaining all those res left and right. And this gunner is probably due to Soulspire in.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, yep, it's gonna.
And the Shade's
Shade's
down
also
too.
down.
That's
This is the end of this run, unfortunately. So close yet so far. This
So
will
let's take a look here
be
at
the end of their
/X.
first attempt. They were the team that were the most ahead, but unfortunately, now it's Slash Gex takes this place with their team. 13 reason why.
I don't have mules.
I'm running for it.
They now
They're
have
going
the
for a
cannonball
cannonball.
available to them,
I'm gonna go for it.
and they're going. They have 4 alive. They're going as team to it, picking it up, and it looks like they're in a good pace to actually complete this.
Like you said earlier, you do see them tight together. You do see them moving together as a unit. They're taking turns even throwing the cannonball.
Yeah, that's basically what happens, right? It's the moment the moment it falls apart is the moment where they stop being able, like they get separated by the enemies. Managed to get this cannonball in. Now it's just a matter to leave. With all 4 alive, I don't see anything that could potentially manage to ruin this.
Just guard, dodge, make sure your back isn't open, keep moving.
Yeah, we can spend 1 extra minute on the map. It's fine.
So as soon as typically, in a regular game, people will hit that third cannonball, they'll fire it, and then immediately jump down and walk past and go to the end, right? What are you going to see
Yeah.
here?
So basically, they decided to do like a full extra loop to keep, which is basically safety, right? There's a good chance they could have just dropped like any pub group does in normal Legend of Cata and made it out without an issue, but they decided to do this extra loop, basically to like guarantee like that extra 5% of anything that could potentially have blocked their way, right? Not taking that very slight chance that something ridiculous is going to happen and actually manage to block their way out.
Yeah,
So
there
they
you have
managed
it.
to walk out with literally nothing in their way.
One Storm Fiend
And yeah, the Storm
putting
Fiend
some
as
fire
far as
down, but they've got
but
enough health, they got enough knockback, they got enough control.
it's not a few flames that's going to deal with all 4 of them. And they're going to be the first team to move on to the second map.
Ooh, that gutter. Okay, there we go. We've got 2 in the Bridge of Shadows, 4 in the Bridge of Shadows. There's our first victory of Fort Brackenbrücke. Congratulations to, it's 13 reasons why. I'm going to refresh this browser and see if that fixes my full screen problems.
Meanwhile, all of the 4 teams in their current attempts are all with everybody alive, all progressing at their own paces.
Let's see if that is fixed. It is fixed. All right, no F11. I thought I was being big brain. Something got stuck in the full screen and I couldn't do it. But now we're good to go.
Isolator trying really hard to bully this Storm Fiend off of the map. Not being quite successful, unfortunately for them.
This is always an interesting place to get this boss because people will try to bully and sometimes it's a counter bully, especially if it's like a Mino or if it's even a Chaos Spawn can knock you off that back edge.
See, they decided instead to just kill it at this point. After spending like 7 different knockbacks on it.
Yeah, it was I think 2 or 3 waves of Chaos Warrior just straight after one another.
If we get better on G, we step it up like on this map. Yeah.
So we got the Mercenary. I'm just very surprised to see. I don't want to say surprised. It's not a weapon that's usually something that I use. The sword and mace.
Mace and sword. It's a weapon that's not extremely high DPS against armor, but it is pretty decent against hordes, and it's mostly safe against hordes compared to a lot of the other Kruber weapons.
Ooh, some friendly fire right there, but they're all pretty good at health.
And one thing, like ever since they've changed it so that the mace weapon of that the mace spot of that weapon actually acts like the single mace, then it has like a very high amount of stagger, which might be why they're taking it, because you can just use the first 2 normal attacks of that mace and even stagger Storm Vermins and things like that, even if the attack itself doesn't really deal damage outside of a crit.
This is the Scrounger Grid Riker because I'm using the Patriot talents, that's why I don't have one with Chaos, otherwise it's a Hunter 1.
And you saw that one. Maybe it was 1, maybe it was 2 rats hit the elf and then brought him so low. Ooh. And it's just, you got to be careful, especially with the type of class. If it's an Iron Breaker, maybe you can take that extra hit or 2 to the face. As the Shade, you're made of glass.
Yeah, we've got Mr. Chen, who's just successfully bullied this ogre off of a cliff. That's a pretty good knockoff.
You said on Chen? Okay, so they took care of the
we
ogre.
saw this ogre. They took it off to the right side here, off into the water, with a combo of multiple ults, which was really well executed from them.
/X is moving in on Righteous Stand. Righteous Stand is there. Yeah, what are our maps for today? We have Fort Bracken, we have Righteous Stand.
Yeah, the second map is Hell's Scourge. The third one is Righteous Stand, and we've got Engines of War as the fourth map, just like yesterday.
It's crazy. Like watching it now. Yesterday, I don't think we saw. I mean, obviously, there's so many more specials here, right? So it's like every time you look at a different stream, there's a Packmaster. Someone gets picked up by a gutter runner. Someone's dealing with a Ratling. There's a Blight Stormer. There's like, there is no rep. See, I just did a circle around.
Difficult to find a moment where there's specials alive and Cata 3.
Gutter runner killed here and blow. So it's almost like every 3 seconds. Almost. There's another special, another disable, another something, another threat. Not to mention
about, I think, 6 or so special slots, and all of them have a respawn timer of about 30 seconds individual to each of them. So it's quite difficult to make it so all of them are dead at any point in time.
So we have Mighty Masochists from top to left. We have Isolators team is going to be working on. This is not a Onslaught Plus that I understand.
It's like we've got some interesting changes in careers. We now have a Ranger veteran in the for Hell Scourge. It's like it was going to happen, right? Different class choices for the boss map, because they have to consider the boss fight itself, as opposed to just the rest of the map. So now we got a Bold Staff Wizard, a Ranger veteran, and still a Mercenary and Witcher Captain.
The Mercenary, I feel, is going to be very staple. It's going to be a toss-up between the Mercenary and the Grail Knight, but just walk it off, I imagine, is just so powerful. And not just that, it's the knockback as well, the control behind it as well from the Mercenary.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they went for potions and bomb drops from our Ranger veteran.
Yes, quite likely. One thing that I'm wondering if any team is going to do or not, if they're going to Bill Hook Hellscourge to his death and delete the entire boss fight. I kind of hope no team is actually going to do that.
I'm scared. I see a Bill Hook on this guy.
Yeah, we know it's possible. It's an exploit that's been a thing. It's just never been fixed, really. But come on now.
Behind again.
Can you actually get aim punched on
Berserker? Not really, no.
on all them?
On both? Yes. And the previous miss was because I actually got.
The good thing about, I guess, the good thing about the amount of specials that spawn with the Ranger vet is they're going to be loaded. They're going to be loaded with inventory.
Ammo. And that's one thing as well. During the Hellscourge fight, in normal gameplay, you wouldn't get any ammo pickups anymore, right? Because there's no specials in Hellscourge. But my Balchemists that I've added to the fight, they're specials. So they will drop ammo pickups.
Mr. Chen's, I almost said Mr. Chen's clan. They're almost making it to the finale of Fort Bracken. They're on their way. They got to clear this little bridge area, the drop down in the bridge area.
For them, apparently.
And we have... Okay, still kind of in the caves, the ravine, making their way for Blow, making their way to that drop-off area that they need to get to. And Isolators team is actually coming up to a spot where there could be a potential boss spawn.
Yep.
I think early on they had
part of this map that splits into the random directions depending on your luck.
If I can go left, I always go left. I can't stand, like, you're so tempted to go to the right side because it feels shorter, but the left side to me just feels safer just overall.
I mean, you don't have a choice. The map decides for you.
Got to deal with some storms. They've got some shields. Gas Rat running in to Kamikaze. Taking out the Fire Rat. Okay.
So we've got Blow, who's got 2 down.
Uh-oh.
Left with in the shade.
A precarious situation. Okay, it's actually okay. They've got mobility. They've got invisibility.
Yeah, and they're dealing with basically a giant chaos horde, including a few warriors.
Turn this up a little bit, maybe. I'm trying to find the sweet spot for the audio on everybody. Everybody's obviously got different like sound, so I'm trying to like slowly hone in on the sound on everybody's stream. I want to be able to hear those specials, but sometimes those people's mics are super loud.
Basically, what the two did, they basically did a giant loop around this entire area to make it so that everything was behind them instead of in front of them. And now they're probably going to try to run all the way to where the respawns are and get their two teammates back so they can deal with this Chaos Horde.
They look like they spawned within the cave, which can be a blessing and a curse because you can get surrounded in that little area pretty quickly. Oh, it's right on the stairs. Okay, that's actually way better than what I thought.
They're going to be picking up these two with stealth while the wizard holds the hold off. And now they've got both of their teammates back and they should be able to recover from this.
Ooh, couple of hits to the face, but they're alright.
It
Take
looks
out
like
this heavy armor.
Slash Keks dying on Hell's Scourge, unfortunately.
And they've got to deal with this horde.
So I suppose it's going to be their second attempt now.
Oh, on Slash X, okay.
Yeah, they're running a tag earlier. We've got two of us.
Good job.
Yeah, they're going to be restarting the map, keeping the same team composition.
We've got a Rat Ogre here on Isolator. This is what I was talking about. They've got Monks, Storm Vermin, Rat Ogres.
We're playing on Onslaught Plus, so they got even more things coming at them, mostly extra elites and the hordes.
The good thing, so earlier someone was having to deal with a similar situation. I think it was the same team, had to deal with a Bile Troll, which that Bile Troll is just regenning over time. So it's just not having to deal with the regen on this Rat Ogre is actually pretty good.
Because I don't have proxy.
Because DPS on a boss means time. The longer you spend in a map, especially on this type of setting, the resources. It's a time management, resource management game at this point.
I zoomed in for that one. Fuck it. It still missed somehow.
We've got Mr. Chen, who are in the end event of a fort.
We'll have to take a look at that. Are they beginning it? Or are we just going to watch the rest of this Rat Ogre fight here?
For the count. So 3 alive.
There we go.
Fighting a bunch of chaos.
Ogre down. We were talking about
Wizard
Chen. Oh,
down.
oh, wow.
Are they going to get this revive off?
Maybe he can. He did.
Wizard has to live though. The ult is just enough for me.
Oh, someone else died. Who is that? Who is that? That just Witch Hunter Captain? That they just lost?
The Witch Hunter Captain was down for a little bit now.
No. There was the save. Very nice. They got to keep moving around. Their Iron Breaker jump. This gutter is doing work.
On their side.
Oh, looks like he's running even. That looked very quick res, so maybe that's even respawn.
What respawns?
Well,
Revive
for,
speed. And I don't know their properties. They might yet be doing so.
Salsa didn't look like he was dead for that long. He respawned pretty quick.
No, that was standard 30-second respawn time. But now their Iron Breaker is barely respawning as well. Will have to be picked up whenever they go back to that area.
So it looks like the plan here, an effective plan here, is stay close. Oh, that bear miss.
These assassins are accurate as fuck.
These assassins. Yeah, it looks like the thing to do here is stay close, obviously, and then do these big loops. Get around. Oh, you gotta press C faster. No! He couldn't pick up that concentration potion.
Well, it'll still be there for the next loop.
Iron Breakers, he get a bit of a dirt nap, but they'll pick him up.
There's one shot off with cannon.
There's a lot of chaos warriors.
Is he going to go for any more? It looks like the enemies are catching up, so they'll have to move on and get any more movement on the cannon later.
I'm seeing him go for these shots with his handgun. It doesn't look like he's getting kills. Like he's getting staggers and hits and some damage, but I'm not seeing kills.
Cata 3 things have enough health to survive handgun shots. Anything that aren't specials, basically.
Sometimes when I know that there's a leech in front of me, and I can't kill him. I don't have a weapon that's going to kill him on the first hit. I just get that one hit in anyway to force him to reset, so that he'll just come back and rain go away, kind of.
Was shot down, couldn't be picked up, unfortunately for them. So it's back to the whole waiting for respawn and doing some more circles for them. Meanwhile, we've got Slash Cakes, who've been fighting the first boss trigger, which is a chaos spawn, for a while now. They're having trouble finding time to actually damage this thing,
There we go.
There we go, they went to the bully instead.
Like, talk about us fighting a monster more, and they just decided to push him off the edge.
Where they were intentionally not doing damage, they decided to go for this. It's easy to forget that there's a ledge on this map at this area. I think most people don't even try to use this ledge since it's so out of the way, but it is there.
Yeah, that particular one, you're like, you gotta bait him in just a little bit to be able to get that on the boss.
I like this more.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is good to hold.
No, this is good.
But I will try and kill the
Oh, the Chaos Warrior just ceased to exist, just deleted.
Yeah, when there's so many enemies around, sometimes the corpse can despawn even before the death animations of them are completed.
So they're back into the wall there. They're gonna work their way to the lift. We're gonna see where else are we at. Looks like Chen's team is finally all four on their feet, doing the loop.
Meanwhile, Cybermerc are entering the event. And we've got Blow also in the middle of the event, currently moving the cannon.
Yeah.
They can't.
Oh, right on top.
This leech on top of them is interrupting.
Oh no, looks like Chen's in trouble.
Yes.
These Chaos Warriors showed up. I don't remember the Chaos Warriors in the previous.
Well, so if they fail this end event, they will not be able to try again. They will have to move on to Elskirch anyway. It's not looking good. The Wizard last standing. Junior Captain, which technically isn't fully dead, but it's not really savable at this point.
All right, Zen, I got my eye on it. Exen says we're going to want to see the forward event for Bio's team. So they're about to enter. They're picking up some healing, replenishing their ammo. They're about to start it.
So there's even more shenanigans going to be added to this event.
This is going to be pretty crazy because this is Deathwish Onslaught Plus.
Just being here though, the loot will bring ambience out.
Yeah, without taking loot.
Just bodies coming at you.
Well, hang on, there's still behind.
Our Wizard holding on Chen's team is actually going to manage to get those revives off, it seems. So we got the Witch Hunter Captain up, then Mercenary, and is the Dwarf going to be picked up? No time for the Dwarf, apparently. The Dwarf stays down.
They're on aim and fire that cannon, so they're still moving. They're still getting some progress for themselves. Now we've got that Chaos spawn that just spawned for Isolator.
Yeah, they've added.
They're doing a lot of work on him. He's already 10%, 5%,
this
dead.
Spawn has only
and a Rat Ogre.
These bosses that are added to this Onslaught Plus event do not have the same health as normal bosses, right? They only have quarter health, which is why they're dying so quickly.
A Bile Troll, a Chaos Spawn, a Rat Ogre. Oh no! The shit gets picked up by a long-range hook.
Hook. A very fucked up hook.
Oh
yeah.
man!
So those
Pulled
three
him
bosses
through the building.
that were spawned by this event are only quarter health, right? Which is why they're dying fast, because they don't have the same health as normal bosses.
So we're gonna okay. So that makes a lot of sense because now the Ogre just got killed, and so now they're working on the Bile Troll. They're gonna have to work on these storms. They have to work on these monks that are coming in. Ratlings just get free shots.
The elf to die basically by sending it in the event to trigger everything, while the rest of the team stayed out to deal with the massive amount of units.
Nice save.
improved version of the event.
Assassin is ping.
Get in. Let's get
It is smart to. Oh, nice dodge hit, taking out that gutter. Ooh, nice.
in. Good. Get in.
Cleaning up those ratlings right in front of you is really nice because now they can move in.
I dropped in.
In this last event as well, even without those extra bosses and whatnot. So we've got Cybermerc, who
There's a hill in that crate.
lost one again, and
Ooh,
Blow
no.
Blow, 2 standing. This wizard being extremely low health.
What happened to Chen's?
I just got my items.
Was that a victory
Not
or a
sure.
wipe?
Down, but they probably died, I suppose, and then just
It was
crashed
getting
on the-
really, really hairy for them. And then we have Cybermerc. We just have just the Shade who's going to be alive.
Summons from bedside.
Trying to do some true solo, maybe get a couple of those reses off, but that Packmaster.
getting, toasty with all those specials. Manages to weasel out of it for now.
It's one of those situations where, do I want to spam F? I know I'm going to get hit. Do I spam F to go invis right now, or do I save it?
Don't forget you have a con, guys.
I know.
I would maybe heal.
Whoop, that's all of those monks.
Video download was canceled. Something happened with Mr. Chen.
Hang on.
Does anybody else have this issues with Mr. Chen's stream?
Scouring the land.
I can't even pause and unpause
Me
it.
neither. It's just down. It seems it says live, but it's not.
We'll keep an eye on it. It's their
Showing
stream. It's on their end, so we'll keep an eye on it.
Okay, ready?
They're gonna fire the cannon. Oh, they're aiming it. They gotta aim it.
Cyber is finally been overwhelmed. That's going to be it for this attempt for them.
See if they say anything in the Discord. If they communicate what's going on.
And Blow, who are still holding on. This last standing mercenary. That just it
That was another
instantly
pack
terminated everything the moment it happened. But an assassin landed on the mercenary as he tried to revive someone. So that's going to be the end of their attempt for them as well. Which
You were
leaves
right.
us with Isolator and their team with this stronger version of the event on Onslaught Plus. The elf is going to stealth and Cogbot to turn this cannon undisturbed.
Yeah, he was sitting on that. He was sitting on that conch pot for a little while, trying to, I think, just save it as long as he possibly could before he had to use it.
And yeah, with that much stealth, going to be able to get a large amount of cannon done. And even past the stealth, because he stayed in stealth this long, right? None of the AI is targeting him anymore. They're all targeting the other team members, which is going to give him even some more times to
take out a
do
couple
things. So
of
he doesn't even need it.
rattlings.
Cannonball's
Get a
already
res
active,
off.
so it's going to get the res and probably move on to Cannonball, which is in a really good spot as well. It's like that's probably one of the closest spot for the Cannonball to be. So they just have to go up on this little roof here that's already there. And just toss it off the ladder.
Ooh. Gas is just so deadly in this mode. Everything is deadly in this mode, but gas especially, because you're not allowed to stand still. You're not allowed to try to be like, okay, we'll just shout and I'll just stand in. I'll Iron Breaker, you know, and then I'll stand in it. Like, you're not allowed to do that. You can't do that.
Right, plus the Cannonball.
Let's get a style kill. Let's get a cannonball style
He's
kill.
going to move it by
He's
himself.
waiting for his stealth to come up.
Probably.
Playing on the stairs a little bit. There's the stealth trigger. We're gonna run this cannonball. Couple of seconds. It's loaded. Gotta fire it off.
Call goes down, but it doesn't matter too much since now they can just leave. I'm sure they're gonna waste.
It says fire the cannon. Oh, there we go.
Bio
Break the
goes
siege.
down.
Some of these rats will be
that's
running
what-
out.
Underwater. It's, everybody's dead except the shade.
Ooh, this is scary to be here.
To use some backstep stealth to be able to make it out without.
Storm Fiend shows up. They got some storms blocking the path.
Wait any potential disablers before. There is an assassin here.
He's got to wait for the invis. 1 second, it's up. They're going to use it. Get to the Bridge of Shadows. Oh.
by the skin of their teeth.
Or the skin of their elf.
But it is victory on Onslaught Plus, nonetheless.
It gets so wild. So wild, but that's a victory for them. Congratulations to Mighty Masochists on your Deathwish Onslaught Plus completion of Fort Bracken. They're going to be moving on to Hail Scourge. We'll keep an eye on them just for a little bit, just to see if they change their team, their comp, maybe weapons, if that's even a change. And we're going to take a look at these other teams. Mr. Chen's still having some issues, it seems.
You should be refreshing the video.
They said
There's
can
a little
refresh it from the
menu
drop-down.
right to the left of the live,
Refresh video.
launcher, and refresh video.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
They're now on.
Thank you, Incan. And Grim.
Stand.
Yes.
Have they put them up here? What's going on?
Well, are they allowed to choose, hey, let's do this map first, or do they have to skip a map?
I don't think they're all. I'm wondering what they're doing. Maybe we might have missed a wild thing. That maybe they just wiped quickly 3 times on Hell's Scourge, for all I know, since we've been.
It has to be in order.
missing
Skipping
their
map
stream.
counts as a failure on that map. Well, here they are. They're going to be going on
Let's stay up here.
Righteous Stand. Yeah, question mark crash. Not quite too sure on that one.
Righteous Stand, which is the 3rd map of this tournament. So that's what I mentioned earlier, though. Like, failures can make a team progress through the maps faster than victories because of how quickly they can happen and how long a victory can actually take on Cata 3.
Blow making their way to the broken bridge here. Oh, is it broken on the other side? I can't tell. Usually there's that cart there. Well, they got to make their way through. Oh, they're still on Fort Bracken. Oh, nope, 3rd. This is their 3rd attempt.
Yep, their last attempt. They've had 2 long attempts, which is kind of unfortunate because having multiple long attempts can make them start having issues with the 3-hour time limit.
Yeah, it'll start eating. Well, think about it too. It's not even just eating into your time; it's eating into your stamina, like your personal stamina to play at that. And then
in 1 hour, they have 4 maps to clear, and they've not cleared one yet.
So the mental pressure starts to build, especially if you're investing that much time on the first map. Especially if you're getting that deep into the first map and you're having to reset or crash, or even if it's failure, it's a big hit. It's not just, oh, okay, so we'll just do another attempt.
I didn't see it. When you got up animation.
They're gonna bring. Oh, Saltspire gets knocked off. They're gonna go for a bully on this Chaos spawn, kill him, pick Salt back up. Oh, that was pretty scary there, Cyber. Oh, that gutter runner. You'll never get me.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
He's. They're being very erratic. Very erratic rats.
It happens pretty quickly on these difficulties.
They might have chosen to skip. It's possible.
Yeah, Chaos Patrol.
It's possible. We'll just have to see what they say in Discord or whoever they communicate with.
Yeah.
Made it past the broken bridge. They're at the cart now for blow. The ravine area can be pretty tricky, and then once you get to past the river, again, you hit that boss spot. I hear a patrol? Okay, on Isolators they have a patrol. Chaos Patrol. They're not going to mess with it. Doesn't look like.
You know, on Onslaught, they have said that actually that a Hell's Scourge is not going to be done on Onslaught Plus, so the Isolators team is actually on normal Onslaught now for this map.
Oh, 2 overheads.
Storm.
And the Shade goes into a bad position and gets overheaded for it.
Oh, never mind. It's on you.
They are safe. Sometimes there's healing here over at the lift. So long as they can clear this out. I wasn't sure if they were able to kill that Blightstormer. Nope. There he is, casting away. Clean him up now, and now they got to deal with these maulers and some heavy armor.
Get out of this guy. Climb over the boxes.
Control us one way.
Now, speaking of other teams here on Hail Scourge. On /X team, they have made it past.
I can come with you.
I don't even know the
Come up to the ramp if you
the
can
toppled
survive.
building. They're on the other side of the crater, I guess.
They remain the team that's the most ahead if you don't count the Southern Righteous stand, I suppose. But yeah, I believe they've had they've managed to do the first map first try, and then they're on their second attempt with this map, but their first attempt did not last too long.
Oh, he tried to dodge with that. Ooh, into the suck, into the overhead, and a stomp on the back. He just used his healing too. That's gonna be a dead wizard, I'm pretty sure.
It's yeah, it was potentially.
Wow.
It's not so much anymore.
He
Then
tried to
the
go for a dodge on a leech. Got picked up.
mercenary gets picked up, but yeah, now they're 3 alive, and they have quite a few Chaos Warriors in their way.
Yeah, they're gonna have to deal with some more pain. That wizard could have really given them that breathing room, but you still have that. You still have it with Saltspire. You still have that with the mercenary shout as well. So
It's basically just Chaos Warriors. There's nothing else here. It's just,
they don't have the mercenary anymore.
oh yeah, goodbye mercenary. It's literally just 6 or 7 Chaos Warriors here, but the sheer amount of health that they have is just, and their complete immunity to stagger on Cata 3, making this quite the challenge for this team. But with 2 alive, they're managing to.
They
put
gotta
it under
start moving.
control just in time for a Chaos Hold to come in. But now they have to move up to try and get their teammates back.
They have an army behind them. Dude, these overheads, I should say. He's got the invisibility. There's the shot to knock him back. Oh, it's still got the dwarf though.
Also, yeah, the ranger had very little health left now. The Witch Hunter
Oh
captain.
no, the suck.
That seems like a game over. I'd be surprised if he manages to survive at this. Well, he did take out the Blightstormer, so there is potentially a way out.
Couple of hits in the guts right there. That's gonna down our Saltspire. That's gonna put
That'll
us
be
put them into
their
another
third
attempt.
attempt now already for Hell's Scourge.
No, we called it.
Mr. Chen, who are currently paused because they've got a Carillion bot on their game.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna have to
Disconnect apparently. And unpaused, even though there's still Carillion. Oh,
I think so. There it is. It'll swap out eventually.
connection issues.
Blow making it through their drop down from Fort Bracken. They got to work their way through the river and then over the river and through the woods. That's where they have to go.
This boss trigger, which on Onslaught is probably going to almost every time have either a boss or a patrol. We'll see what they get.
Maybe Island cooldown.
Beam staff. So I'm seeing a lot of either beam staff or bolt staff. Just getting a couple of pings of damage in there, being able to focus on damage here. The range on that fire slap is no joke.
The trigger they ended up getting.
Let's take a look. Let's watch. They have to deal with a bunch of storm vermin. They have to deal with a horde that's coming in. Storm Fiend. They could be luring him over to the edge of the river, to the riverbank, and maybe bullying him away.
They'll try to ledge the bosses. This is a pretty good area to do so.
And they're running out of room to fall back. They have that cave, but once you get pushed into that cave, that's not a good place to be.
Yes, that's one of the things. Like before yesterday, we saw some groups. They'd hole up somewhere and just completely overpower entire walls of enemy. But in Cata 3, enemies have so much health that.
Oh, he climbed back up.
And the wizard's gonna.
There we go. I thought that was it. that rat was not ready to die. I can swim.
Yeah, on Cata 3, you do not have the damage to go through an entire horde's worth of enemies without giving some ground.
Not today, Sigmar. But they're gonna get Kruber back up on his feet. He does have healing. He can put himself back in green health.
I don't know. To be honest, my ping feels higher than it should.
You blame it on ping.
Well, I mean, I was able to dodge hooks.
Okay, looks like they're going to be able to clean that up, keep moving through, get over through the river, and then make their way through the ravine. Good job. That was kind of scary with that storm fiend, but they're doing all right. We got a couple of looks like a restart here on Chen. Or not a restart, but they're going to continue. It looks like they had paused the game earlier, and now they're unpaused, and looks like they're going to start making their way through. And we have Ice's team here making their way through the busted house. This is kind of a spooky spot to be in sometimes.
Ice's team is probably one of the most confident team of the 5 we've got, since they're the only one who decided to actually go for Onslaught Plus. But on this map in particular, they've decided against doing so, so you would expect them to breeze through this a little bit more than the other teams might.
It comes down to the practice, it comes down to the rehearsal, it comes down to making sure that you're like, all right, I know where I'm going to be, I know what I'm going to be focusing on. Ooh, gas rat. That's so dirty. The second you heal, gas. Like, you just healed, time to die. The reason they decided against it was time constraints. I mean, that's the decision you got to make. It's like, if we've invested this much time into it, are we going to be able to recover? And if it's not a recovery, like, what's the next move?
Yes, basically. They've been playing this game mode, basically, but the majority of the time they play Vermintide at all. That's what they play, right? They play Cata 3, Onslaught, Deathwish. So this is not something that they only play for this tournament or play only from time to time. This is what they play primarily, so they're very comfortable doing so.
He missed the jump. Doesn't have the grace of an elf.
I give their praise, and then the Soul Spire just.
They're good at fighting. They're not good at jump puzzles.
So much.
Want me to try to get the boss?
By dropping or?
No, I can like you dropped over here and that's the ambient. Do the ambient first. Out from behind. Okay, let's go back a bit.
Oh man, these gutter runners sometimes they jump as they like spawn in. Whoa!
He was completely silent. Crap.
It's just hectic. It's hectic to just. All right, gutter runner. All right, gas. All right, there's now a Packmaster that's just invisible or quiet on me. Then there's a chaos warrior. It's narrow situations that just would stress me out. Narrow situations.
Always something else. You have to move through it.
Wait, 1 sec. Just killing it. Yeah, if you get a boss here, we can do him. Okay, I can come back.
There's the boss. Okay, let's see what they do with the Storm Fiend, and let's see what happens here.
Okay, drop and go down.
A little bit of a miscommunication there. It looked like they were saying, hey, I'm going to
Go away.
come back. Somebody dropped down. Now they got to deal with the Storm Fiend here. They got to deal with a bunch of the Chaos Warriors. They might go for a ledge here.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely going for a ledge in this area. There's no way to do anything else. They're probably going to expect it to drop in front of them or to the side, and then they'll push it immediately.
There he is, but it doesn't look like things are happening the way they want right now.
Yeah, that's probably not the place they wanted it to be.
That's about as close as they're going to get it. There's double pushback. All right, he's down.
And bye.
Nice. See, even there, even a slight miscommunication was like, okay, what do we do? What's the next play? All right, we're going to go for a ledge, come back down. And then once the game started to obey the players, they were able to take care of it. Keeping a level head is so important here.
Yep.
In a similar location, you have Cyber Mercy and Isolator. Both of these teams pretty close to each other where they are as far as progression is concerned. So you can see they're pretty much fighting the same things, but you just had the wizard get down.
I think I'm gone. Wait. Oh.
Nothing's hitting them though. Nothing's hitting them. Oh, the res is there. On your feet.
obnoxious Blightstormer for them.
Right below them, though. Oh, they couldn't get to him in time. Oh, okay, good. The wizard was able to stop that storm. That could have been big trouble for them. They have to deal with a bunch of berserkers. Let's take a closer look what we got here. I'm going to see if I can change some quality settings here. See if I can clean it up. Leeches and Blightstormers left and right. Bunch of just berserkers. Frothers. And the last time here, oh, there's the Chaos Patrol. They're gonna, what are they gonna do? Will this particular patrol climb up a ledge and?
Which team are we in here? Oh,
Cyber Mercy. Hello, Flower. Welcome to the stream, and welcome to everybody coming in and tuning in. Day 2 of the Deathwish Onslaught tournament.
Right, in synchronized fashion. That's.
They're just in the corner. You guys got to get past them because it's gonna happen.
They took advantage of it immediately.
Rattling.
But yeah, the switch on your captain, really low health. He's not going to hang on for much longer without healing. Which the Grill Knight does have, but he has to use it.
They had to get past that patrol first.
As well.
Oh, they got a troll, and they've got this guy so they can't sit down in that corner.
Right after this patrol, they have a battle troll at the same, basically almost at the same time, even though they did manage to avoid the patrol.
This is some top tier gameplay that we're watching here. These teams are playing out of their minds. This is an amazing thing to watch.
Things are falling apart a bit though, since they've just lost two. Now the switch on the captain and Shade, both on low health, have to survive for a good 30 seconds before they get the chance to revive anybody.
Gotta get the reload. Looks like Salt's gonna go for this.
I think this might be the end of this attempt for them.
Oh.
Unless a miracle happens.
Oh, the Shade dies. It's not just Salt's. If they push him into the Chaos Patrol.
Salt's power didn't even
they just did it.
Decided to restart on his face without even letting him try.
There was a gutter runner right on that cart ready for him. Had his name on his blades. They're going to go for a restart on the Hail Scourge. That would have been so tough. So scary. I want to take a look here at Mr. Chen. They're going to be starting here the garrison event.
Register that is interesting, yeah.
So they just hit it. The gates are open. The enemies are going to start flooding in. Looks like the...
Yeah, this event slot is quite memorable compared to the...
Thank you for that gifted sub, Flower.
This is because the sheer amount of enemies that dropped forces you to use the entire area that you've got available to you, as opposed to just holding up anywhere. Like there will be a boss, there will be an incredible amount of specials, an incredible amount of units.
So long as they can keep these Blightstormers
from the arena
They're gonna help us anyway.
Basically kite this ginormous army that's behind them.
So long as they can keep the space behind them open, they can take care of these specials that spawn behind them and just keep this circle, they should be alright.
The biggest priority they've got obviously is to kill all the Sablers so that nothing eliminates any of them.
Now, a question to you is, on a regular game, if you just have a horde here and you don't even kill them, you take the elevator. Dude, the Berserker looks nuts on those low details. Like, his face looks like Ganondorf face.
There's a heal
But if they rush for the elevator and they go up the elevator, will that despawn these guys, or are they going to still find their way up?
And it's a pretty enclosed area, so you probably don't want to do that.
They got to deal with this troll.
And a troll, which they will probably have to leave alive for a long time, as there's way too many enemies for them to kill it.
That's awesome of you, Flower. Thank you.
Run to the elevator now, right?
No. We have to clean everything.
Yeah, they're talking about that right now. We're gonna kill everything.
We have 2 fights in the little room, and it's.
Yeah, see, they're going over exactly what we just talked about.
This is pretty.
Team No Flavor is going to be on their, this is, I assume, their first attempt on Righteous Stand?
Oh, fuck.
I think so. I think they had to pause, but I don't think they died.
Yeah, I think they just paused. They
I'm bombing.
they were out of attempts on Fort Bracken, and they question mark Hail Scourge. It looks like a skip on Hail Scourge, so they're going to be here on Righteous Stand, and then Maybe they know. Maybe they know the amount of time they want to spend on Righteous Stand and the amount of time that they are planning to spend on Engines of War.
Thank you.
I do want to see this. I do want to watch them get through this. They do have to kill that. That's what we've already talked about. So they're going to be busy murdering everything in front of them. Let's see what we got going on everywhere else.
Yeah, we can keep focus a bit on this Righteous Stand event, and then soon we'll have to move on to Isolator, which are coming close to Hellscourge boss fight.
Blow is just starting the Bracken finale.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep an eye here. We can see here at the top right, Mr. Chen, while they are doing this gate event. And we're going to see Blow down here as they fight their way and hopefully be able to defend the gate, fire off the cannon 3 times, and then make their escape through the Bridge of Shadows. I hope for them. And /X, they're making it just past the bridge here on Hellscourge. They're going to go down to the drop-down area around the crater, so we'll see what happens there too. Onslaught pushes this game and the players to the very, very next level of gameplay. And then on top of that, you have to find that team. I sincerely doubt that you just go, I'm just going to do some quick plays on Cata 3. I don't think that exists too much. That's kind of like a, hey kid, you want to kill some rats? I played Onslaught myself back in the day. I haven't played it since, I don't think I played it since BBB. That's how long it's been since I played Onslaught.
Okay, that's chance. Good luck. Let's do this.
Obviously played it at least a little bit, especially since I've had to update for the new map. I've had to play my own mod for, at the very least, the purpose of testing that.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Though I don't even play my own mod quite as much as a lot of these people playing this tournament now do.
That rings true for a lot of people who are developing and creating. I'm gonna mute here because we do have Isolator who is going into the Hellscourge fight.
There was a time back in VT1 where I was probably the one playing my own mods the most, but no longer the case.
One of your cheat mods, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. We have a bill hook on the Salt Spire. We're gonna see what happens.
I think they've got enough integrity not to
Let's
not
see what
to
happens.
do that Hellscourge.
They know they're on camera right now. Are they gonna do it?
That one. Oh my god.
No intent whatsoever to
Sounded like I
shield
got
Hellscourge that
wizard.
way.
I only see a modder and he was
Oh, that was Salt Spire actually being dropped.
Which are casting goes on fairly quickly, but it
Kind of.
survived, and they have 4 healing, so they'll be fine.
They are favoring this corner for now. It's actually a pretty safe corner overall to get into. Beamstaff gonna do as much damage as they can on Burble Sea Hail. Can we get his name changed up?
For boss damage, but nothing.
I think it'd be funny if there was like a mod that would change Burble Spew his name, like Hubble Bubble Bubblegum or something, just like change his name like a pool of names.
Yeah, every single time.
Yeah. Take care of that leech. You can cause trouble. Got a big horde of trash coming in. Getting pushed in. Kruber has that concentration potion. Was able to get 2 shouts off, it looked like. And he's about to have his 3rd up and ready. Chaos Warriors coming in. Heavy armor. Hellscourge at about 60%. And see right there, there's a subtlety right there that you don't really, I don't hear a lot of people talk about, jumping to get just that extra height to get an easier headshot on an enemy, especially in the middle of a horde.
A lot of dwarf players are familiar with that.
Play the dwarf, know the skills.
Oh, what the? I hate it. Yeah, I got him.
You see those alchemists that are quite different from leeches, showing those extra blobs around, adding to Hellscourge.
Right. Let me proxy the strength when he teleports.
You have
Now looking at the other
such
team, we've got
aggression
Blow
on them.
Blow on the fort, just hanging on as well. Just got 2 alive right now.
We'll go back.
Iron
We'll take a look.
Breaker, and then their Shade is back up, so 3 alive. So Iron Breaker, Shade, and Mercenary alive. They have to still turn the cannon.
I'm pretty scared here for Slash6. They're stuck in this tower. We'll take a look. Hail Scourge at about 15%.
Yeah, are they trying to potentially avoid a patrol or something? Or are they just
Yeah, they're
defending
there.
against the wall and getting
Oh.
gassed to death? Oh no!
I told
Oh,
you,
no,
I'm
no,
so
no.
scared of tight
That's
locations.
the entire team gassed to death. No.
I'm not too sure why they
Oh.
decided to stick in there. Maybe it was a patrol, like you said. Hail Scourge down
Get out of the way. Excellent timing.
for an isolator. What is that?
I
That's
believe
team
the last time as well, they'll have to
Masochists.
move up the Righteous Stand.
That's good. Yeah, that's gonna be a walk through the park here, and then they're gonna go onto the third map. Slash that, and let's see, blow. Earlier, they have all 4 up again. Doesn't look like a whole lot's happening, but they aim and fire the cannon, so they're in the middle of doing a big loop to try to aim and fire that cannon. Kruber having to walk through that gas.
While Isolator and the team have completed the Hell Scourge.
There's your victory.
They'll be moving on to Righteous Stand as well.
Congratulations on your victory. Third map on the way. Slash X, they're gonna sit down. They're gonna be doing is that Righteous Stand?
They're out of attempts for Hell Scourge, so they'll have to move on.
Third map for Slash X. That's team 13 Reasons Why. So let's go back and take a look here at Blowblow's team. We're going to be in the finale. They are making their loop. They're getting up to the cannon at this point.
There's one guy ahead of you. Yeah, sure, got him.
Okay, coming, I think.
Gas is thrown into you.
Okay, is
Close
close.
the cannon, you can go. Oh, the gas will probably suicide. Nice, clutch ult.
Load the cannon. So they were able to fire it. Now they got to do another. I think they have like 3 or 4 more loops to take. Oh, 3 or 4 more loops to take care of here, because they're going to have to pick up this cannon, move the cannon. They're going to have to load it. They're going to have to find time to aim it. And then they're going to do another loop, maybe, instead of just dashing for victory.
They have the cannonball now. They just have to put it in, and then they'll be able to leave. And
There's
they
that
are
practice.
still moving it, so.
I have the job. He was funny.
Backmaster down. The cannonball is still being moved. They're not leaving it behind.
They're keeping. Oh, right in his face. They're keeping good distance. They're making sure that the giant army behind them is kind of a little far back. The wizard is kind of holding aggro for the most part.
They're going to leave immediately.
Fired the cannon. They're going to go for it.
Alive. That's like
Concentration potion.
Shot.
Red screen. The shade using the concentration potion and is just going to stealth their way all the way up.
That's going to be a game for.
That's weird. I just saw them
It's
use
about
it.
time for them to be moving on, right?
There we go.
In the third attempt after 2 long attempts.
Trying
It's like
real hard.
They do have this victory now on fourth, but they is an hour and 30 minutes into the tournament, so they really do need to get move on to Hell Scourge at this point.
We're gonna see what they're gonna do. What type of decisions they're gonna make? Are they gonna go into Hail Scourge? They're gonna decide to skip. We'll see as they get ready for the next map that they're going into. Taking a quick look at the other teams, looks like Isolator is all together, and they're going to begin the next Righteous Stand. Oh no, this is their first Righteous Stand.
Yes, that is their first attempt for Righteous Stand.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So we have, as far as completions, we have Mighty Masochist, 13 Reasons, and Nameless Patrol, all completion on Fort Bracken. We have a completion on Hail Scourge for Team Masochist.
Like, Mr. Chen are restarting Righteous Stand, right? They're 1 minute into their current attempt now.
Oh, yeah, minute 30, yeah.
They've gone and died.
There's a lot of tight situations in Hail Scourge, just getting up to the map. I feel like it's one tight situation after another, because you have this. Well, this is the beginning of the map.
The boss fight itself isn't really the hard part of this map.
From what I saw from Isolators, it looks like you really just have to be on it with those leeches, and then really clean up the armor, and then get your 5 seconds of time to DPS Hail Scourge.
Cybermen are going to lose their Witch Hunter captain to Hook. Or
Picked up.
not,
Ooh.
it's
They're laughing
managed
about it though.
to keep up, but they're getting it back up.
They're gonna jump over, get him back up. Okay, that's fine. He's laughing about it, so I bet you he was caught in midair. You hear that? He's dying.
Other than to laugh. This is just the.
That's awesome.
Indeed.
12 minutes into their run, they're gonna be making it to the crater pretty soon here.
Purple over here.
Not much to say right now.
I mean,
Everybody's alive and
Blow-Blow's, it's roughly the start of most of these maps. So you have Blow-Blow making their way to the lift. They have to clear up, it seems like, a horde and a bunch of storms. We have Righteous stand here for Mr. Chen. They're trying to make their way through the beginning and try to get down to the lift area. And let's see, Slash X is just over the wall, so they're pretty close together.
It's one of
Cyber.
those things that on Cata3, as I was mentioning, like all those teams having those tighter team compositions, you don't get to see those ridiculous plays like you could on the first day with Combine, because nobody survives being last standing for more than 15 seconds on Cata3, right? So if you're last standing and you don't basically have full invisibility for the entire time or something like that, you are not staying alive. Like it's game over at the moment you're last standing for more than a few seconds.
And it is funny because you do know that there's going to be that much more enemies in front of you. So you should, theoretically, the more enemies, the more stealth you have. If you can get behind them, if you can get around them. And then if that stealth breaks at any time, you got a gutter runner. You've got hooks.
Yeah, at the moment you're no longer in stealth, there will be a special waiting for you.
And we've only saw a Ranger veteran maybe 2 or 3 times. Oh, Storm right behind him getting an easy hit. Cheeky little hit right there. We only saw 1 or 2 attempts with a Ranger veteran. And then immediately went back to the Iron Breaker. I just, the items that he provided didn't outweigh the safety from the of the Iron Breaker.
Maybe the most unlucky thing that's ever happened to me. It wasn't unlucky, like I said, he's Secret Agent Storm Vermin. Waiting there for you.
Still making their way. They just made it past the double doors here on Blow-Blows. They just made it past double doors. They're going to be making it, just fighting for every inch they can take to get to that ladder. Or I'm sorry, the lift.
You go ahead, Spy. Oh, there's 2. I'll heal you. I have more temp HP right now. That's true.
Everybody's kind of like at that. It's
Yeah, everybody's doing well at this point in time. All 4 teams have, all 5 teams have all their members alive.
well, we just hit an hour and a half in, so we're just 50% into this tournament. So now I think people have got it. The players here, it's finally. What's Barden say? It takes a little while to get them everything warmed up. Yeah, exactly.
We've got
A big storm here, picking up all 4 players. They're at the tower again here at Cyberverse.
Yeah, Team
Don't
13
go into
going
that
to be
tower.
starting the event soon.
For Slash X? Oh, yeah.
No. Going to be due in the arena.
And also look at just like the speed. Even though I say they're fighting and then they're barely moving and they're fighting, you can see here the Witch Hunter Captain. Oh, that's 3 people. Just a second ago, I looked at it. They're at the tower. All 4 of them were in a storm. And you take a look back again. Look how far up he is. Yeah, the other team's kind of far back, but they're able to kill what's in front of them. He's going to lead this back.
Fighting from the Witch Hunter Captain to bring some space for their team. And then now he's coming back and they're going to be fighting this head on.
They have no healing. You have your Grail Knight pretty low. Look like he is wounded. So that Grail Knight cannot go down. You do not want that to happen. It's a lot of DPS and it's a 4th person. You don't want it to happen. But we do have this event here. from /X. They just started the gate event here on Righteous Stand.
Already they're starting to move in a giant circle on the outer parts of this area.
We can go fast now. We beat the storm vermin at least. Boss hasn't spawned yet, so
And and the spawn over here on Mr. 10 just showed up as well. So we're gonna be able to see both of these teams here deal with their situations. The spawn shouldn't be too bad. It looks like it's. Oh, I said that, and then a gutter picks him up with a leech.
monk starts spawning in just about now.
Sorry, couldn't go left. If I did, I'd be taking crap.
Boss will spawn soon.
It looks like
He'll jump down from here.
Chen here is. The small mercy is nothing else is spawning other than a couple of specials with this chaos spawn. So they should be able to take care of that. There's some healing up those stairs, even though everybody does have healing, so they can top off. Oh.
Their current team comp is not particularly great at killing a boss. The only like good boss DPS they have is the wizard, basically. The rest is just average at best.
That could turn Hail Scourge into a war of attrition.
Well, this is Righteous Stand, right? But
oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Well, even then, they don't really need to worry about the bosses.
There is a boss at the last event as well.
Oh, there is.
And, well, in this event too. So it did take them a noticeable amount of time to kill this boss that basically had nothing covering for it.
Sackrat kill. I don't know how many Sacrats we've seen, but that's the first one I've been able to just witness a Sackrat kill.
Okay, I might give you a speed here then. You got it?
You're getting pushed back a little bit, kind of forces the enemies to funnel in, but once you start getting a couple of these heavy armor from these Chaos Warriors, that's not really where you want to be.
Oh, enemies behind. Move middle. Or through them.
See the.
I mean, I'm running spear. Should I run spear on Hell's Cut as well?
This Righteous Stand event. We've got a battle troll now.
Wow.
Still got quite a decent amount of units as well. And they need to clear all of this, even though the elevator is already available technically. It's like they can't really take it because everything will follow them up, and that entire blob of enemies in the enclosed area that's following right the elevator is just impossible. Like it would kill them every single time. So they have to clear this in the arena.
Yeah, there's no okay. We're gonna run away from this. There's no let it despawn. There's, I guess in this particular situation, I think what's good for them is this troll's vomit can cause them to repath. Right, that gives you a little bit of breathing room. Trying to kill a couple of things behind you, kill a couple of the rats that spawn behind you.
The slower bosses, right? And with them moving away constantly like this, it makes the troll not too significant because it just, it trembles around in the back of the pack and just throws around some vomit that usually doesn't hit anyone. So
I'm just looking at the weapons that they have.
Although if vomit does hit someone, then that person is going to be in real trouble.
This Kruber swapped out. I don't want to say swapped out, but the other ones that we've seen on the mercenary was the mason sword, and now we're looking at a spear here. But the other weapons seem to be pretty constant. So the thing with the spear is that it's going to give you some pretty decent single target, but a lot of cleave. It's got good stam, good mobility.
Players team, which is also in the arena as well, and they should be once more an Onslaught Plus on this map. So.
They're dealing with shielded storms. It's just gonna add so much more time. Shielded storms. They've got a rat ogre, so the rat ogre actually might help with hitting a couple of these bad guys. And up here in the market, Cyber is having to deal with a rat ogre, a couple of specials, a Mino for isolators. Oh my god!
From Onslaught Plus.
Okay, there's some damage dealt already on the Mino, but okay, firebomb going out. Able to dupe it, very nice. That's gonna add some more breathing room, some more easy DPS. Another dupe on the firebomb. Nice.
Why is he changed to me?
Grail Knight.
The lady protects.
The Grail Knight's got some Sienna vibes.
With righteous fury. Having to deal with these berserkers. Oh. At least they're not monks. I mean, monks are berserkers, but I always call the chaos berserkers just berserkers.
get him.
Okay.
Chaos Warrior is annoying.
They only made a rather short work of everything, minus the boss. Now they just have to deal with this boss itself.
They're doing some pretty decent damage. You can see him getting chipped away. 50% now on this Mino. And that's real dangerous, I think, on Chaos.
In a shade, so it shouldn't take, and the wizard as well, so it shouldn't take too long to
and there goes
kill a naked
Mino.
boss.
I'll grab it.
And they'll be moving on already. Meanwhile, other teams like Slashgex is still fighting this troll.
They just downed Onslaught. They just got that. All you got to do is dupe your fire
started-
bombs.
The speed of those teams, right? Like the Slashgex and Team 13 Reason Why started this event way before Isolator, yet they've just finished it about at the same time.
Well, you're looking at team comp. They don't have that shade. They don't have the Grail Knight. Oh no, they have the Grail Knight. But shade DPS, being able to like clear the horde, also really helps, giving you open time to hit that boss.
Yeah, now we've got Chen also fighting the Righteous Stand event.
Yeah, they're into it. They've got an ogre. Take a look here real quick at where Blublo is. They're making their way through Hail Scourge.
Both on Cell Scourge. Cybermerc is going to be at the boss very soon.
Let's take a look at how we handle this rat ogre here on Mr. Chen's.
Oh, Leech. God damn it.
Looks like Curse saved him,
Yeah, it looks
maybe?
like they have cleared up most of everything besides the ogre, so it's just going to be a matter
Oh.
of naked rat ogre at this point, which shouldn't be too much of a problem for this
Yeah,
team.
let's here, get close. Here we go. And you get 20% power as well.
Gotta deal with this gutter. Oh no! Okay, there you go.
I say, yeah, he's on me.
Take him out. Good, got that gutter kill.
Not anymore, at least. Come on, get on me. Here you go. No, hit me. No, hit me. I need 20%. I need some power. Come on,
He's like, come on, man.
hit me. What?
Dude, Inkin for real. Olden for real. I've been playing Ironbreaker a lot. And that's exactly how I feel. It's like if I don't guard, if I don't block a hit, I'm not doing my job right. I don't have my 20. I don't have my off balance. Which is what I'm guessing. I'm guessing that for these Ironbreakers, especially the shield user, I'm gonna guess that there is off balance.
I don't think so. It's such a small bonus. They probably have opportunists more likely to actually guarantee that they stagger the things that they push.
Thank you.
Because it's not really necessarily any damage bonus that they bring the Ironbreaker for. It's for the control itself, right? And you need to be able to stagger those enemies that have much more stagger resistance on Cata 3. And opportunist is the one trait that potentially does that.
Inkin's echoing what you're saying. Off balance isn't really used. Shields aren't really used either in Death Wish.
And wizard somewhere.
We've seen a number of them. This current dwarf has it, but it makes sense. The stagger, the control, outweighing the please hit me so that you can do more damage.
Oh, fire.
Off balance is just not powerful enough to be worth bringing, fortunately. And also, it doesn't stack, right? It doesn't even stack with the Witch Hunter Captain tag bonus.
Oh, that's
so
true.
It's extremely not worth bringing because of that.
Windows notifications are fucking things. Oh, they're annoying.
My goodness. Upset about that Windows. Let's take a look. Where else are we? We're moving on. It looks as though SlashX and Isolator are neck to neck where they are as far as progression, and then you have Mr. Chen catching up. Just a couple paces behind.
They're 2 down right now. They've only got the Grail Knight and Wizard left, so.
And he's no longer duping bombs.
Yeah, those are 2 high DPS classes. So as long as they keep control of the situation, they can yet be able to keep up the pace.
Oh no! The shove and the push, or it might have been a punch.
Oh, this might be the end of this attempt.
We're gonna have. Oh no! Just a second too late. Come on, Wizard. What are you gonna do? They weren't able to get their. They weren't able to get the dash out
at this point.
Oh no! You get picked up in the storm and overhead in the storm because of that dirty Chaos Warrior.
That's gonna be the end of that. And meanwhile, we've got Cybermerc starting Hellscourge fight.
Oh yeah, let's zoom in on that.
got this initial wave that comes in, unlike in a normal game, as Hellscourge drop downs, preventing you from having a full free burst on him in the beginning, making the fight last noticeably longer than it would on official.
Very not good.
On top of just the extra health he has on the Cata3.
And then again, we get to see favoring this back corner. Maybe a little bit of moving around, but that back corner is typically where you're going to see a lot of teams. We got Beam Staff on him. We're going to take care of the Chaos Warriors that come in, kill the trash, keep the Wizard nice and open.
As well, if somebody dies.
Making sure that those leeches get dropped as soon as they show up.
They're alchemists. Stop calling them leeches. There must be no confusion.
Get some head slashes. Okay. I love that he's just TPing right in their face. And again, well, I don't even want to say again, but we're going to see a rapier. I just realized we're seeing a rapier instead of the bill hook. And he wasn't bullied earlier with that bill hook. That's good to see.
Yeah, it doesn't look like any of the teams are going to go for the cheap tactics of trying to insta-kill him with exploits.
You never know.
To fight properly.
Someone might be like, we're 2 hours in on Hail Scourge. Gotta make a time-conscious decision.
It is.
There we
go.
go.
Have till Matt to go after. It'll be interesting to see if any of the teams actually manage to complete everything before the time limit.
Some I think are on track. I think especially if they get a one-shot. If they can get a one-shot, that'll really help them.
The teams on Rajasthan, if they don't get any more failures, might be on track to complete everything within the time limit.
At about 15%, but our wizard goes down.
Yes, it is.
Where'd your heal go? Did you use it?
These Chaos Warriors are starting to build up. There's 3 of them now. Okay, they just took care of 2. Hail Scourge is out there just kind of throwing those globs out. 3rd Chaos Warrior down. Kill up this trash and get some more damage in on the boss. It is kind of scary because you're seeing no items on them. Like maybe a potion has been dropped. I don't know. I can't really see it. About 3% left on this boss. Come on, you guys got him right above you. He gave it to him. He threw. There you go. There's the kill on the boss. Clean up this area. Stay tight. They should be good. That should move them into Righteous Stand.
It's still an alchemist just throwing some last-minute bombs.
Yeah, that took their 30-30 in right down the bottom right. A lot of these teams, or a couple of these teams, are running timers, so we can kind of keep a timestamp. So it's 30 minutes in.
Failures that happen late in the map are pretty costly with the time limit, considering that even victories take over 30 minutes on most of those maps.
Oh yeah, dying on the boss, dying on Hail Scourge, like right there. You spent a half an hour. You spent, what is that, a 1/6 of the tournament time just getting there to have to be faced with a failure screen. That's a big investment. Put some damage here. /X putting some damage here on the troll. And Blovo looking in a tight situation too. But I think they took care of that Blightstormer. They should be alright now. This tower location has been the fall of many a team. This is where it gets a little crazy, because if that gastric gets in, they're feeling pressured, and for some reason you go in that tower, that gas can clean you up. It's scary. But it looks like that troll is dead on /X's team.
Well, it's hard to have clean trolls because enemy spawning can fuck up the intermission timing. We have no enemies, we had 1 gas rat. Super easy.
Isolator having a chaos spawn in this first boss trigger. If they're making a short work off, it's getting
whose team? I'm sorry.
It is getting slaughtered.
Whose location or whose team were you watching?
Later, they just had a chaos spawn on the first boss trigger right before the Rachel Stand Arena, and they just slaughtered it.
Boss after boss.
It is already dead. It is gone.
It's crazy to see like what focused DPS can do, right?
They have a very good team for focusing down the boss. Basically, about the best they can have. The Grail Knight, Shade, and the Witch Hunter Captain. So they've got everything to kill a boss quickly.
We're gonna be something hit Grail Knight, putting him down on white health. But there's typically healing. There's typically healing in here. If not, they've got some band-aids that they can use and spare. There you go, putting him back up on his green health.
It's an open map, but rather open. Let's just do it that way.
I think we need to pace. Yeah. Healing here.
We've got Blow, who have a Rat Ogre on Hell Scourge.
That just spawned on them. Let's check that out. So this is just past the tower location. So
area could actually go for a ledge. We'll see if that's what they decide to do. That looks like that's the plan. And
yep, there we go. There's 1, 2. Oh, they can't do it.
Denying them.
His claws holding on to the very edge. But no, chat Misty pointed out, yeah, that particular tower area it's trouble. You can get the boss, which this is a nice boss to have overall, I think. But you can also deal with a.
As long as nothing else, like a wizard, they basically got free control of this ogre. Got a few slave rats coming in, but Rat Ogre guy gets a few hits in.
It wouldn't be a Rat Ogre if he wasn't gonna get you with those like elbows. But yeah, they could have dealt with something even more troubles. Oh,
rather unfortunate because now the rest of the team is getting assaulted.
No, you pushed him.
Nice firebomb. There goes the pickup.
It's really unfortunate that this ledging wasn't working because that I lost them some ults that they could have used otherwise for more useful things than just making a Rat Ogre hang on the ledge. And they still have to go through this entire health bar now while Skaven hordes are bullying them.
Would they be able to, maybe that's what they're trying to do right now, but maybe they could pull him back even further to go for a ledge? Or do you think that the time investment... I mean, still, he's only on the wizard. He's actually got him stuck.
Their team doesn't have that much boss damage, it seems. They do have a shade, but the rest of it doesn't bring that much boss damage to the table.
The closest thing I can imagine with valuing Barkskin is doing weaves like 110, 120. So that's kind of like that's where I am mentally when it comes to like considering the damage that these players are going to be taking every time they get hit. Like, what is something you could bring in that could help mitigate that? But they were able to take out the ogre. They had him skewered in the doorway, being able to take him out. Everyone on green health. Oh no, the wizard's not on green health.
Second hit to take, not the first. So if you're taking one-shot damage, then it becomes useless.
That's true. That's true. If it's a big overhead and you're pretty fragile, that could happen. We've got a Storm Fiend at the start of Righteous Stand here for Cyber. Let's go take a look at that.
Very first boss trigger, basically. It's giving them some trouble too. They got 2 down, and this Witcher Captain is hanging on.
I feel like Storm Fiend is pretty. Storm Fiend is pretty tough because that fire. Because, I mean, he's already tanky to begin with too.
Right. It's not the boss itself isn't super dangerous. It's like it doesn't kill you quickly, but it does like constantly take some damage onto your team, which can drain you.
Get a shout. Get him back. Oh, because he had a reload. Okay, smart play. There's the. All right, Storm Fiend down, but you have 3 up. Grail Knight may need to find some time to get that heal on himself.
If I get sneezed on, I'm dead.
Oh. Gas in his face. 1 HP on that Grail Knight. Oh.
The wizard, who's just fully hanging on the hook, but is not down, which is a rare thing to ever see on Onslaught, the Cata 3 like that.
The Grail Knight.
Have you ever seen someone on Cata 3 just hanging on a hook that is like fully hung up, but not downed, not even down, just actually still alive?
Well, I mean, it's the rare occasion where they have that pocket of time after this boss.
Yeah, getting disabled and not saved this entire time without anything hitting the wizard is.
And then a gas rat was there and not even throwing at him. That is a lot of luck.
Yeah, it is.
They were able to take care of that. They're picking up some bombs, some healing, some potions. They can res that elf. They can get all 4 people.
Quest.
Hey, every little bit. So yeah, it looks like they're going to be able to. If they can regroup, keep their backs together at this point, I think they can recover.
Hello, gamers. How are we doing today?
Stay in the corner.
Okay, they're going to have their back to a wall right there at the gate door. Take care of this horde. They're going to make it to their drop down. Speaking of drop down, /X making their way
Heading to Righteous Stand now.
very close to that. They have like one more little location they got to cover this area up to the cathedral so they can start the event.
With you two.
We're done.
Okay. Didn't have to use
In
anything
pretty
else?
good condition with 4 healing drops and
Well, that's whatever.
2 potions and 1 bomb. Fire bomb.
It's fine. More is behind.
Okay, let's just focus on the wave instead of pulling the ambient, shall we?
Yeah, and the potions that they have, strength potion is going to be good overall. They have a concentration potion on the mercenary.
Yes.
Okay, for some reason the reach is invincible.
So a lot of defensive and the help from the temp HP, and I'm gonna assume that it's walk it off. So, and walk it off is 25% now, right?
Yeah, after 25%, it isn't that insane anymore. But it does still help.
Between a toy and a fucking laser, basically. So.
Hey guys, there's art.
Hey, there's art.
Using sparks to toss the assassin off the edge instead of actually killing it.
Which we kind of
Scripted on the wave.
But we trivialize it.
They're making their way. Before they make their way there, I feel confident of them making their way up there. We'll see what the other teams are up to, and we'll come back and take a look.
Yep.
Blow is close. They're close to getting to a Hail Scourge attempt.
Yeah, considering they're the only team left at Hell Scourge at this point. Everybody else has moved on to Righteous Stand one way or another.
Yeah, they're making their way. And this, I
We
think,
are almost 2 hours into this tournament, so they need to keep up the pace. They can't afford a defeat right now. So they have to actually complete this map to be able to move on to Righteous Stand as well.
we're going to take a look here at Mr. Chen. They're also making their way towards that drop down to lead them to the Righteous Stand finale. They're working on it. The gate event here for Cyber Mercenary. Mercy. Have I been saying Mercenary this whole time? It's Cyber Mercy.
Nobody else is close to the finale of a Righteous Stand. We got /X who are there, but nobody else is.
They're close. They're so close to it. I think it's because in my head I keep saying I want to talk about Kruber the Mercenary, and then I read Cyber Mercy's name, and it just completes it. We have a boss. We have a Red Ogre for Cyber Mercy. See, got it right. They got a boss here in the gate event.
The arena event. Gotta get that circle going, because right now they're getting surrounded slightly.
Ogre, yeah, the Ogre's causing troubles there. Knocking a couple enemies behind them.
So far, so
Blightstormer coming in. But it looks like they're starting to form that circle. It's starting to come together. Oh, maybe. Oh, you got pounced? Okay, Saltspire back up on his feet. He is wounded, but it's alright. Better be wounded than be dead.
Refreshing some of those streams because they get delayed randomly.
Oh, what the? I fucked you over. That is completely my mistake.
Slow down. It's okay.
There we go. Yeah, it looks like I was a couple seconds behind on a bunch. Multiple streams at once. That could be a problem.
Yeah.
I fucked this time.
We got a Storm Fiend as well for Mr. Chen. Looks like they're going to go for that ledge. Is that what you were saying?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Oh,
very
so close. Come on.
one more knockback.
It's the nobody has it.
Moves.
The Wizards is up, but they're gonna have to use it to pick up Saltspire. Oh, I'm sorry, the Mercenary.
Yeah.
It is still up. Potentially, they could still use it.
Yeah,
Come on, Merc. Did you get him?
There it is.
Yes, shouting him off.
Merc's got.
Alright, once we're done, we're probably gonna heal.
Ogre dead as well for Cyber Mercy.
One front, one behind.
Yeah, Lobster. I keep saying that. Oh, that's Blow Blow. That's a reset for Blow Blow. This will move them into their second attempt for Hail Scourge.
Oh, that is terrible for them. Like I said, they can't. They don't really have the time to afford that. At this point, it's unlikely that they'll be able to complete all 4 maps because of the time limit.
We're moving into the final hour. So they're going to have to make that decision whether or not it's going to be a skip on Righteous and go straight for engines, or if they're going to just, I don't know,
Well,
headstrong.
Right, all the maps are worth the same amount of points. It's just which one they want to do.
And there's no going back. If you finish engines on first shot and you skipped Hail, or you skipped Righteous, you can't just be like, we're going to do Righteous. Like, that's it. So realistically, if they wanted to, they could spend...
Yep,
they could spend the next half hour on Hail and then make a decision, because then it comes down to the next half hour mark. If that's the timing for their team, is typically a 30-minute run on a map. This could be their last Hail attempt, and then they have to make that decision. Do we do, which one are we more confident in completing?
We got Team 13 reason why beginning the last event of Righteous Stand.
Oh yeah, we've been listening in on them, so let's see. Let's just a quick peek at the other teams where they are, so I can make a mental note where they are. All right, let's start a finale here. Righteous Stand in front of the statue of Sigmar Heldenhammer.
So they've got 4 healing items, a strength potion, a conk potion. Yeah, that's going to be their supply for this.
We've got storms coming in. This is going to be a lot of pressure. They do have a lot of space overall, so really it's about taking care of any of the specials that come in.
Battle Troll coming in immediately, which is what happened.
Ooh, almost right into that hook rat's hook.
They don't really have the team comp to kill this Battle Troll, so they'll probably have to do the event while it stays alive.
I mean, Sigmar's really good at killing greenskins. But it looks like, yeah, see, you can see they're keeping it tight. They're going to be doing weird loops. They're going to be really, I don't want to say abusing, utilizing their that drop down and climb up animations. Saving each other, giving them the breathing room that they need. They still have pretty good, even though that Gutter Runner got the pounce off, there wasn't a lot of damage done. So, really quick responses.
Doing good so far, but the event is only starting.
Ooh, the vomit's out. They have to. Starbelly, you have to be able to be back to back together to the end. The original model of Vermintide 1. And you hear that? They do have a shot caller and they do have responses.
Yep.
So
moving as a team, it is an event that it tests exactly that, right? You have to be able to kite as a team without leaving anyone behind because you need everybody.
And it's whose ability is up. Like Saltspire just used his, so now it's nobody's abilities. Oh, the Wizards is up, so there's some more breathing room. And oh, there's those monks. Oh, the monks are so deadly. Twist of the knife. And they're only hitting them enough to be able to get their career ability up, and then they just sit on it, and then they kind of cycle who's using what when they're using it. Do they need to use it to save? Do they need to use it for breathing room? Oh, but that storm is out.
Yeah, that slight monk knockback that forced the wizard to use their ult.
Kruber getting picked up in that storm. He will shout to try to mitigate some of that damage. He is up. He's still at 19 green.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still sitting on the concentration potion, which is really good. But they do need to be a little bit tighter together. And that Blightstormer needs to go down. He does. Saltspire able to get the crossbow shot.
Stormer is done for.
don't think we can kill. Okay. We have to climb over.
You have to. You have to really consider it. After I've used mine, after Salts has used his, who's next? Is Kruber's up? Is the Wizards up?
Yeah, it's basically the rotation mode. Like they keep the ults for the one and single purpose of saving each other. And
we've seen it happen, I think 2 or 3 times in this one event.
so that's the main reason why they have to stay together, because to be able to save each other with their ults, they have to be together.
What was
and
that? Oh,
that was
Blightstormer from below.
Blightstorm was below the wizard and just picked up the wizard through the floor, which is kind of a brutal interaction.
Like I saw that as soon as they got picked, I didn't know what that was, but then I saw the outline of Blightstormer. You can hear him just laughing to it. They're getting surrounded. This Ironbreaker, what's he gonna do?
Ironbreaker.
He's gonna burn
trouble,
his taunt.
but that's now.
Getting a little bit stuck up on the stairs.
Mercenary and Soulspire are going to be trying to continue this kite loop as a 2-man.
I don't know if this was intentional, but it kind of looked like the Ironbreaker said, "I'll sit back there and I'll guard and I'll be able to pick up the wizard." This is gonna be big trouble for this bot.
Like a sacrifice from this Ironbreaker.
Yeah.
With the Packmaster just taking him away.
So he's gonna be down. He's gonna be being dropped slowly here, but looks like the wizard is up. But there's a lot of enemies there. That's not a place to go.
The respawn spot in this map is just, it's kind of a dead end in it. And if you go there, sure, you can potentially pick up people, but then you have to deal with the entire wave going at you while you're in that tight area.
And having the Ironbreaker dead is actually, you have Saltspire and Kruber, so if both their abilities are up.
Used to save each other, and well, there's only 2 of them, so.
And the concentration potion was used, so they're gonna have to make sure both their career abilities are up. They got to make sure that they're on top of that res.
This event is not timed, by the way. They have to kill this stuff.
Oh, they have to kill it.
Yeah, they have to kill. They don't have to kill the troll, but they have to kill everything else.
Wizard up.
And his wizard,
career ability up. Doing a couple of jumps.
Hopefully, go escape all of this with the ult and go back to kite loop, but it's not looking like it's happening. So his backup plan is to just try and live and kill.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, unless you need another ult, another ult, can
Get
potentially
out of
move
there.
away because of that. And the wizard escapes with the dwarf. So now they might be able to get out of there and restart the kite loop, and they have 4 alive again, which puts them in a really good spot because now they've actually killed a few things too.
IB low on health. We still have another potion out on Kruber.
So they're
It's
gonna
a strength potion.
regroup, and the kite loop is happening again. The Soulspire is a bit behind though, and he's gonna have to fend for himself for a bit because he cannot rejoin his team.
He's got those dodges. He might be okay. They're trying to stay close to him to try to give him that time to be able to group up, but it looks like his back is to a corner. There, he's downed.
Yeah, that's a thing. You have to stay as a group, and if you fall behind, you get left behind.
I walk with Sigma.
I think we did. I think we are pretty right. Yeah, we needed to do that, otherwise we will get cut off. It's gonna be tight anyway, but.
It's gonna be really tight. It feels like they're not killing anything.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like, they're doing this kite loop fairly well, but they, like I said, they do have to kill. The event is not gonna end on a timer.
What a shot on that Packmaster.
Yep, pretty good shot.
Saltspire is up. They're gonna have to find that time to get to it. Another big loop, but again, it's, if we get there, if one person gets there, like who? Is it enough?
Wolf goes down.
He was really low. He was really low, but now he's going to sit there and kind of soak up some attention. Maybe enough time to pick up this rattling, and they do.
They're on their last legs right now. Both the mercenary and the wizard are low. The mercenary does have a med kit, but not really the time to use it.
At best, you have to jump off this little edge right here and use it in midair and maybe get it off. Or his career ability is up. If his career ability is up,
the career ability is probably not enough time to use it on Cata3 because of how little stagger it actually does on units.
That is true. Yeah, I think the best thing is midair, off a jump.
there and the ability at the same time, potentially.
Yeah. Hope you have
This
6 fingers.
Assassin can be trouble.
Ooh, Monk's kind of
using ult, but
the vomit going
the
down on
mercenary
Krugler.
is probably going to be down for the count here since he cannot make it. Manages to get the medkit off with just the ult, which is
I'll show you.
but goes down regardless. I don't think this team realizes that they need to kill. They think that just surviving a long enough time is enough to trigger the Sigma statue killing everything, but that's not the case. This was we'll have to try something.
And look, I mean, look at their time investment. You can see in the bottom right, 43 minutes on this time investment for this map. Oh,
And
gutter!
that's 43 minutes rain as this happens. And meanwhile, also, there was Mr. Shen that was also attempting the event and also died at exactly the same time now. Also at 43 minutes in.
For both of them, yeah, 43
which is,
minutes.
2 brutal Fs for those two teams.
Wow.
Suffering the same fate at the same time.
We have Ice clearing their way, trying to make it to the finale event. Just try their hand at it.
So they're going to have even more stuff in there.
Cyber Mercy is working on a Storm Fiend with a bunch of Storm Vermin. A little bit of a horde coming in. Ooh, getting their back to a corner right there, getting picked off both the Grail Knight and the Witch Hunter Captain, but they are both rezzed. So they're going to be working on white health for them. And then Blow, making their way. They got their drop down, trying to get to the Hail Scourge event, but they still have quite a ways to go to get to it. About 2-3 more locations before they get to the Hail Scourge fight itself. They have a Storm Fiend coming in on them. They might be able to bully him right here. Maybe. Wonderfully done. Oh, taking care of that situation right there in one.
Yeah, that spot there is like one of the easiest boss ledge of the game, potentially. Just, the entire area is a giant ledge.
Stormfiend's still up. They're all doing okay. Everybody's still alive for now. But they have to play careful. They have to play cautious here on Cyber Mercy. They have to play cautious. Take care of that Stormfiend. That Shade takes care of it. Working on one last shield version. Vermin. I was going to say he was a mini boss at the same time. And then it seems Isolator here is making their way up into the finale for Righteous Stand. I know. Blame the podcast.
That looks like it to me.
Blame the team podcast. Yeah, just 43 minutes into a map and losing. I mean, think about it. The tournament is only 3 hours. And to spend 40 plus minutes, that's a big time investment to get that one map done. And Engines,
a quarter of your time.
these are big maps. These are big
no
maps
point.
to have to cover. These stairs. Working on those stairs. So we do have the restart here on Mr. Chen. They did switch from the Mercenary to the Grail Knight. And Slash X is having some trouble at the start here, but they're going to recover.
That looked like a base on still though.
Keep adding not ambush.
Oh, that's crazy if that works. Welcome, Slayer. Hail to you, champion. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and checking out the stream, checking out this tournament. Day 2 of the Deathwish Onslaught Tournament Season 3. We'll talk a little bit more about it at the end of the stream here about Season 4, what Discord to go to, signups and whatnot.
Isolator entering the temple.
Yeah, they've made their way in.
Reminder again that they're playing on Onslaught Plus for this map, and so this event is going to be extra crazy for them.
I feel so bad though for Slash. Like I'm just now feeling that Blightstormer beneath him picking up the wizard. Like that was really.
Yep, there's always, Vermintide always finds ways to mess you up in ways you never thought would be possible.
The bell has been rung. Let's see what happens. Executioner
battle
blade.
begin.
Okay.
Just looking at that hole, waiting to execute that storm and comes out of it.
Nice headshots. Taking care of these storms.
Clean.
Chaos spawn for them, not the troll.
Oh wait, you get
Yep,
it.
it's,
The dump. Get the
I
hook.
believe that Chaos Spawn has reduced health because there is
It-
going to be more than one boss.
Yeah, it does look like it. The two of them are taking care of it really well, so I think it is reduced health.
Let's start killing anyone.
But they're not. Doesn't look like the Grail Knight is putting a lot of. Well, now he's killing. I was like, no, they're letting him build up. Chaos spawn taken care of. They still got to take care of this rattling, which they do.
Maulers.
It's interesting to see take down like a more aggressive strategy to this event. Like they're not just kiting everything; they're actually killing. Like, they're holding their ground more.
Ooh, the horizontal.
Just horizontal overhead damage attack that just takes out the Grail Knight instantly.
I think you pointed out a little earlier that they didn't. The previous team, /Sex's team, wasn't aware that you couldn't just run the timer, run the clock. Whereas here, I think this team is aware of that, so they know they need to clear it.
That they have to clear. And they're doing so very aggressively.
And they're really prioritizing the storms, the maulers. They're really prioritizing just the bigger dudes, especially with this executioner blade, giving the Grail Knight just that half a second he needs to take care of it. Here come in the storm vermin and the shielded vermin and some of the monks. There's that blight stormer that could cause problems. It looks like the elf is trying to go for it, getting a little bit closer to get an easier shot. He teleports away on the right side of the tower. Saltspire might be able to get a clean shot. He does. That ends the storm. We got to take care of this gas rat. Ooh, and
the Grail Knight just doing short work of those two warriors there. It's gonna give them a lot of space.
oh, that little storm, or I'm sorry, the vermin shield, like the wooden shield, saved the shielded storm.
Change direction, son.
Oh,
Executioner sword value.
Really doing work with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like they know how to optimize their damage, which is one of the things that's so rare to see in a lot of Vermintide players on higher end gameplay. It's like knowing how to still manage to do like very high amounts of damage while surviving like high pressure like this.
Being on these stairs is scary.
And it shows like how quickly they're going through this event and just killing everything in their way.
Yeah, look, there's the only thing right here really is a couple of maulers, a rattling, and a storm fiend. Now you have a horde coming in, but yeah, they actually had nothing else on the battlefield.
Well, it seems Mr. Chen, I think, might have had another failure on the Retro Standard and I'm moving on to Engines of War now.
Fighting here on the stairs, I think is, I mean, you have to, I guess that's the way they're doing the loot, but you got to be mindful of those like lean-in poke attacks that some of the rats do.
Very close.
It could be one of those situations where like, I'm going to take out the storm because he's a little bit bigger, you can see him, I'm going to take out this gutter runner, something that's on the stairs, and then just one slave, one clan rat just decides to lean in and poke, and that could top you. Or down you, I should say. Oh, I hear the charge up of the hammer. That Storm Fiend almost dead. Going for the double stab. One more hit. Killing the Storm Fiend. Shade picking it up. Not for the Grail Knight, but there goes the wave. Sigmar clears it.
This is definitely not a timer thing. It's like see how quickly this event was over with for them.
Yeah.
That spent so much time in it, yet it wasn't over.
So that's going to be their completion on Death with Onslaught Plus. That's a completion for Mighty Masochists.
Well, they do have one more map to go through, Engines of War, but that is their third map as a victory.
Yeah, that is their third victory, Death Wish Onslaught.
Moving on to the last map with 45 minutes left, which is either 1 or 2 attempts, depending on how things go for them.
So yeah, Mr. Chen, yeah, like you
Meanwhile,
said.
we've got Blow fighting Hellscourge himself.
Oh, yes. I'm going to mute the audio here and come into Blow.
It is their last attempt for Hellscourge, I believe.
They're 18 minutes in, 18:50 in just sub 20
a rather
minutes.
quick run for their last attempt, but seems to be working out.
Trying to get some DPS in on him a little bit, take care of the trash, kill the specials that come in. Oh, he got picked up by the flies? That's a fun character to introduce, like not just in the fight, but if that could be introduced throughout, that'd be a fun new special to be mindful of.
The Balkanists, well, they are kind of similar to the leeches in some way, right? Like the projectile is sent in the same way and dodged in the same way. It's just that instead of disabling you, it deals damage, right? And it's slightly faster as a result. But yeah, it was a special that was planned, but ended up being, cut before the release of the game.
Well,
the only time we ever saw it in, so to say, official content is back in the very trade show demo that is the very first thing we ever saw of VT2. It had Balkamists in it. And that was the only time that Balkamists were ever really in the game in any way, shape, or form that didn't require a modded realm.
Thank you guys for doing those redeems. I turned off all notifications for the stream. I thought I did. Slayer did one, but I want to turn them off. My notifications and sound effects are so obnoxious and loud.
Alright, I'm going back to stage.
Why?
See, we got Blobo and still fighting Hellscourge and having trouble finding time to actually damage him. And Team 13 Reason Why with /Kex fighting a Chaos Spawn in the Righteous Stand Arena.
Yep, freaking cleared with 5.
Isolator going to be starting Engines of War also on Onslaught Plus. And Cybermerc at the stairs right before the Temple of Sigmar.
I can't find my mouse. Oh, there it is.
Mr. Chen, who are approaching the very open area of Engines of War.
/X. Ooh, only the
Witch
Hunter Captain is alive.
Having issues all of a sudden.
The Chaos Spawn showed up.
Witch Hunter Captain, which is really bad situation considering that I'm pretty sure the respawns are above, and like I said, if he just takes the elevator here and he goes down.
It looked like he was having to deal with both a Chaos Spawn and a Stormfriend, so not a lot he could have done there, especially with that horde and by himself as a Witch Hunter Captain. He's a powerful player, powerful character, but not strong enough. We have the Cyber Mercy is making their way into Righteous Stand finale as well. And this Hail Scourge fight's about down, about a third of health. Just little pings of fire damage on him. I mean, we said earlier, they got there early at like sub 20 minutes. They're just breaking 22 minutes now. They're getting some damage in on him. Really prioritizing on killing the rest of the trash that comes in. Let the wizard just burn, burn, burn.
Oh shit, that took me.
And then we even have, Cyber Mercy is about to ring the bell.
Wizard managing to get some full lasers on Hellscourge with his team covering.
It took them a while to get their footing, but I think one of the problems early on was the specials that were coming in, and they were having some difficulties killing some of the Chaos Warriors that were coming in. And being put in your corner like this can cause even more trouble. And he had even Hail Scourge. I think this is one of the few ones where he was able to get a storm off. At least at the start. So I am watching this. We do see Cyber Mercy going in, starting their event as well.
Yeah, starting the Righteous Stand event. And we'll see how they deal with this. They do have a Grail Knight, which are the Captain, Shade, and Wizard, which is the best team comp potentially for killing a boss. We'll see if they actually try to kill this troll.
We do see, oh no, Chen wiping on I don't know if that was their first or second attempt on Engines of War. That might have been their first.
That was their first, yeah.
Where's this Hail Scourge at? Oh, he's so low. Is that 10%, 15% left? So much just Wizard. Burn him. Wizard versus Wizard.
The main DPS on this Hellscourge.
And it's one of those things where you don't want it to happen. Like in World of Warcraft, if you're doing a raid boss, he hits that 10%, they go in rage, they start summoning more boss enemies, they start like tromping around, hitting harder. Don't worry about that. Just make sure you keep this damage in, focus on these Chaos Warriors on you, finish this last 3%, and get your victory. The Bile Troll is still pretty much full health up here with Cyber Mercy.
I'm getting the health skid trying to get the last damage in.
Come on. There it is.
There it is.
That's one of those things like, let's go, come on, just execute, let's go! And then they're running for it now. They're on their way up.
We're fighting the Righteous Standard.
That was actually a little repetitive.
So it looks like they're going to complete here. Blowblow's going to complete Hail Scourge at about 25-something minutes. And we'll see what's going on with them because we are now 22 minutes into the final hour. Ooh, that's not good.
Down for the assassin.
And we do have a completion.
This team taking
time to
actually kill things.
There's your completion for Blowblow. They're just playing around in the Bridge of Shadows. Playing with your victory. We're going to see what happens here with Cyber Mercy. We're going to see... They're talking about getting a res up. You can see the wizard is kind of holding back this massive horde. Looks like the Shade is going to go in for the res. Picking up the Witch Hunter Captain. Back into the fight. They got to group back up. And let's see how they take on this event.
I'm gonna have to drop, boys. Oh, they're coming for you, they're coming for you.
Ooh.
Shade gets backstabbed by Berserker. But survives. After a revive.
That like second and a half to 2 seconds, however long it takes to get that res up can be a big problem. Like just like we just saw, they are recovering from it. Ooh, Grail Knight down, but not dead. He is on that wounded status. Ooh.
This team is a lot less tight. They're basically spreading the enemies all over the place, which
guttered.
We get punished by disablers like this.
It is the dead gutter. So Witch Hunter is going to take another dirt nap. We'll see what happens. Taking care of the monks right behind them, but they may have to do a drop down. That's a lot of monks. Oh no, Gunner shooting down the wizard.
Wizard down as well, so 2 standing.
Trying to take care of these monks right in front of the face. That should be the last little bit of that pack.
So yeah, Grail Knight going to go ahead and try to get the attention of everything as the Shade uses stealth to pick this Witch Hunter Captain back up.
He might just stick around there. The wizard didn't die too much long after the Witch Hunter Captain did. Maybe 10 seconds or so?
I think I'm hearing the Sigma, so they might be just waiting for everything. Yep, that's
very nice.
They've got it completed now.
It doesn't kill the troll, but
it does down him immediately. But yeah, it's not an instant kill.
Oh, he's gonna kill him. Oh,
Grail Knight, betrayal.
That's it, we clear engine. That's just how it works, right? 3, 2, 1, 0.
Jeez. Okay, so now they're gonna be working on into Engines of War.
We have 35 more minutes.
35 minutes. That means either a one-shot or you can one-shot or another attempt.
You got time for 2 attempts if the first one doesn't take too long.
So good to them. Congratulations on your victory. We're gonna keep moving. On victory of the map. I should say completion of the map. But victory, I don't want it to sound confusing like they won or something, but completion of the map. Okay, so they're gearing up, getting ready for Blow. We do have /X going to be starting the gate event here in Righteoustan. Mr. Chen moving their way through. Where are they right now in engines? Not too deep in. It seems like it's the beginning of the map.
Yeah, that is the beginning of the map right before the giant open area.
And then we have Isolator. Past that part, they're actually just like physically above it, a little bit to the right. But they're going to be making their way up through the footbridge into another wide location, which is a Grim location. We have Bridge of Shadows happening. People trying to figure out. It looks like they're like, oh, there's only 30 minutes left because we're in the last half hour of this tournament.
You guys come down to us?
I'm gonna hype that up. If you want to take up, try to figure out where Isolator is. I'm gonna go make a tweet real quick talking about this last half hour of the tournament.
Yeah, they're basically at the, I believe, first dome area right now, the Avengers of War. And yeah, everybody alive. They've got 4 healing items, the 2 potions of speed, 1 potion of strength, and 2 fire bombs available to them. Everybody in good health condition, fighting a Skaven horde.
I'll check. Heal be done. Maybe I can find healing draft.
And they're going to be moving through to the next area,
I mean, kind of behind.
taking care of those last specials. And then it looks like they're going to be moving on to fight Beastmen now for this next area.
Alright. Oh god, there's a gas in the cave.
While taking a quick look at the other teams, we've got
Gonna have a few
Team 13 Reason Why starting the Righteous Den Arena event. Cybermerc and Mr. Fu Chen both at the first open area of Engines of War.
Looks like there was a crash or something for Blow.
Behind.
So it looks like they're going to have to
Blow,
verify or something's going on with them. So
Having some technical issues. Mr. Chen having some issues here with 2 people down. So you got the Shade and Witch Hunter Captain left, both on somewhat low health.
Oh, it's me. Okay.
all right,
That's a lot of archers. That could be a problem.
Archers. Oh, Archers and Cata 3. No, thank you. Some of the good things here, because I think we're watching. Whose audio do I have going on? We're gonna switch over here real quick to Cyber Mercy. Some of the things that you can see here, good and bad of Engines of War, is there's a lot of funnel endpoints. A lot of funnel endpoints. So, oh, but then they'll just spawn right behind you. Look at that. There was nothing there. An entire horde.
You know, we're left with only this Shade. Gets his way blocked by this Gunner. Shade will want to try and move quickly to the next respawns. Because there's no way they can maintain and live for a long time against Cata 3. She takes out this Gunner and it's going to try to move forward past everything.
Something I'm really worried for all of these teams as they enter Engines of War is the barrel event, the Doom wheel event.
Oh yeah, Cata 3, that's extra brutal. Yes, poor Shade just tries to move forward, the Chaos Sword immediately in their face, and another Gunner also blocking the way. Gonna have to be able to take it out here. It might just get gunned down, and yeah, that's kind of what's happening here.
Oh,
just got
the Gunner!
Bunch of overheads and the Gutter Runner to finish it all off, and the gas strat. That's bad manners.
He was waiting. He like 1%, less than 1% more to get that stealth up, and the Gutter Runner wasn't gonna have it. So that's gonna be another retry. And you know, one thing again. The mental stress. The mental stress of guys. There's only a half hour left. There's only a half hour left. What do we do? We know how long this map is going to take, or it's also going to be. I don't. You know, we can't mess up. It feels like you can't mess up because that half hour could betray you. You could spend 28 minutes into that first attempt and.
Yeah, but
man.
A reminder as well that teams are always allowed to complete their attempts, even if it goes overtime, regardless of whether or not they've had technical issues.
It's the looming threat of there's no attempt after that. Like that's it. That's
Yeah.
your all in.
Banner front. He's back.
Taking care of these banners. so we can
Speaking of
keep-
battle event, we've got Isolator on Onslaught Plus who are in the area right before it.
Yeah,
Just fighting in this corner to avoid escape and patrol. That's down there.
Cyber Mercy over here trying to take care of this rat ogre. They do have one person down. Oh, no, now it's just the wizard. Gas and a gutter. They are going to pick up. No, the gutter picks up the Witch Hunter captain, kills the Witch Hunter captain, and they're not going to really find
Everybody
time here.
wound as well. And get his.
This gutter wants to kill this team by himself.
Yeah.
So, Gabriel Knight down for the count. 2 alive, but both wounded.
That rattling has to be
There
taken
isn't much
care of
left
for
on the
them.
field. It's mostly just this gunner who goes down. That was just a rat ogre by himself, but they don't have much time to kill it. It's just the 2 of them and no room for mistake with them both being wounded.
We're going to keep an eye on
And
them, but we also
You
have
have to make
Isolator.
a short work of this rat ogre because things are going to spawn again quickly. Already we can see this Skaven horde coming in from the front. It's going to stop them from being able to finish off this rat ogre cleanly.
They're going to have 2 monks leading that charge there, but it looks like they're going to go for this.
They do get a revive here. That's fairly close, but that's almost at the cost of the wizard that manages to escape with barely any health left. Now they do have 3, but they have the Skaven horde to deal with, and the rat ogre that still has some health left.
Oh,
this,
no.
Gutter runner just taking out the wizard for good this time.
Warnuts when you have got into.
One is near the end.
Before
I found a conch here.
finally making his
You want me to make it really quick, but I do get the conch and drink it.
being down as well.
Otherwise I just go normally.
I am keeping my eyes here on Isolator as well. They just got the first barrel in on their.
Oh yeah, they started this event, haven't they?
Yes, they just started. They
they've
just
already
dropped the first one.
through and got 1 barrel in, but
I took my conch anyway.
He's dead.
He's going to use the concentration. He's going to keep
so
going.
it seems they're using the strategy of having the shade just do the barrel by themselves, and then the rest of the team just waiting on the respawn spot in case the shade gets taken out by a disabler of some sort.
Oh god, keep running, keep running, keep running.
Yeah, come to us. Push base, push base.
So you're still back onto
Looks like
Cyber
the shade
Mercy.
is just moving I'm still looking at Isolator right now, but the shade is went to the respawn area, potentially to drop off the enemies to the team, so that they can be taken out, and then the shade can move back with less enemies trying to disrupt the barrels. Oh, and there's a rat ogre we got in the middle of the event on Onslaught Plus. That's, I think it's with reduced health, but regardless of that, it's still a threat that needs to be dealt with.
They're going to have specials. They have banners coming in as well. They've got gas. There's a lot of pain that they're going to have to really mitigate here.
2 hogs above dropping. 2 or 3.
Careful, doom wheel.
They're at the Doom Wheel. Sounds like some monks to their left. A nice save from that gutter runner and killing the gutter as well.
Cyberpunk in trouble as well with the shade being last standing against this rat ogre now.
I saw something with them. Soulspire tried to make a jump, but he got ledged. He ledged himself. It was really, really unfortunate.
Oh god, I'm in gas. Oh, can we kill this banner? I need to safety here.
Shade
hard.
managing
It's
a
hard.
triple, a very nice chain of stealth to get some distance in and make it past this one bit. Although, this monk, another stealth just in time to.
They were forced to do it. Forced to get that off. I think they wanted to sit on it to get the res up. Loads of damage on the Red Ogre for Isolator.
He's not dead, he's not dead, yeah.
Looks like we got the whole team is up. Oh, that gutter runner immediately on the wizard. I'm just trying to watch these 2 teams at once. It's just so stressful.
Yeah.
This is a good time for
There's a lot going on right now. Like almost every team is fighting a boss of some sort.
Yeah, because you even have
So
Blow Blow.
yeah, we've got a Minotaur on Mr. Chan.
Until I get out.
And
I don't have.
yeah, Blow dealt with theirs, and Slash Gex with this Balls roll.
I pinged the hook, pinged the hook.
Yeah, Blow's even on the barrel event as well. So
It's dead. Wolfire's dead.
Thinking the theft is coming to me, yeah.
Yeah, they've
it is. Okay. Is that what's going on? I thought I was reading this wrong. I was like, what is, you guys see me pause right here for a second? Like, hold up. What's going on?
On you guys.
But that's a handgun. Whose handgun is he watching?
What the fuck?
on there's a mercenary on Blow using handgun.
Yeah. No, I don't think he's watching the stream. Cause Donner isn't a mod of mine, so this is his own stream. He just has what, or is he watching his own Bioshift? I'm so confused. Oh, he's watching. Okay, I get it. He's watching Bioshift stream. So it's another perspective. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Took me a second. I put it together. Pixel. Oh, that's a defeat for Mr. Chen. That is tough.
Yeah,
that was a
tried to
lot
hang
of
on,
work that
but
they were trying to do.
Wasn't quite enough.
Now we have Slash X having to deal in the large open area with the troll, bunch of monks, hook rats coming in, some gas flying in too, a couple of chaos warriors.
The Isolator managing to move these barrels. It's the last barrel.
I put it in.
Yeah, he's going to go for it.
For the respawn area. Now that the barrel is in, they won't be able to respawn here anymore. Although they haven't really been dying in the first place.
It was surprising, the amount of pressure that's coming in on them. They even were able to take out that ogre. They were able to take out this massive horde.
Yeah,
now comes another spawn.
They're a very well-practiced team. They know what they're doing. They know the strategies for those maps. And they're very, very good players.
Gonna drop on us. There it is.
Which is why they're able to they do these maps with Onslaught Plus on top of a
to
challenge everything else.
We're gonna zoom in here on this. We're gonna to watch this because this is post. They busted open the gate. Let's see what happens.
It does this other Rado gear now.
That was the most calm. Shall I bomb? Like, yeah, blow it up.
He is. Two of them.
Double gutters, but they managed to kill both of them and save the wizard. Not a whole lot of damage in.
We keep moving it up as there. I'm moving towards the respawn area.
I got him.
Very nice.
Okay.
That's amazing. How quickly those specials are dispatched.
Yep, precision by which they're eliminated.
I thought there's enough space here.
And that's the Rado go down.
You guys keep claiming hails. I'll do a hail. I'll do one hail. That's all I got. I turned off my bot. Everything else doesn't work.
On one hand, it was pretty awful to do, on the other hand, it's nice to not have any triggers left for the rest of the map after this map.
Usually on stream, if you guys do that, there's like a dragon roar. There's emotes that spam that like. There you go. There's the emotes that like cover the screen and stuff. That's usually what the bot does. I appreciate you guys redeeming those points though. That's cool. Not one of you are gonna give me a hydrate, huh?
20 minutes left to the event. As all of those teams are now trying to work on the engines of war.
Were they able to clear up that big initial wave? Now they're gonna make their way through these
I think
open
Chen might be out of attempts actually.
We'll take
So
a look.
they're
Take a look
the
at
keep now. They might
Take-
be out of it.
I'm gonna take a look at the gray magic real quick.
I'm at
Yeah,
the beat still, I get it.
Chen's. Yeah, that was all four. No flavor. Team no flavor. That was the last of their attempts. So
Got him.
Two assassins.
Chen though able to let's see.
Okay.
They did have a couple of crashes here and there. They did skip Hail Scourge. And they were struggling on Righteous Stand as well, so a little bit of a bumpy day for them.
But to get anywhere at all in Cata 3 is already fairly impressive, regardless of whether or not they actually complete the maps. It's like for them to survive even for
We have
any amount of time already shows a good amount of skill in this game.
The skill that goes in, the accuracy that goes in with your shots, the communication that goes in with your teams, the mobility of your character, the abilities you bring in, the talent you know that your whole team is bringing in, just the hyper awareness of what enemies are around you and which ones you got to kill first. Not getting hit is a really big skill to have. So much, and then again, this is going 3 hours into this.
Vermintide in a nutshell. Just don't get hit, forehead.
Yeah, it's harder than Dark Souls. But again, playing at this elevated difficulty, at this level of awareness, for a duration like this, it's commendable at everyone who plays. T1 team yesterday, and the second group here on Cata 3. The Legend, the Cata 1s, and the Cata 3 players. Insane amounts of skill.
That was ambush.
Let me take a look here.
I think it was a hard.
I think we had
I mean, the teams are pretty similar on where they are space-wise. So you have /X, who's just on the bottom of that hill.
It's one of those things that got more similar areas throughout the entire tournament instead of just instead of it desyncing more like it did with the tier 1s and 2s, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like almost all of the teams are kind of neck and neck, almost as to where they are during the entire time.
Looks okay in terms of ambient.
Yeah, DPS is about the same. The movement's about the same. Even the team comps are about the same. The weapon choices are about the same. So it just comes down to, I mean, the RNG that is Vermintide, right? The type of enemies that one particular team is fighting versus another. The positioning that they decided to take, what they have to take because of those specials. That's really the big deciding factor of where these teams are going to be standing, what they're going to be doing, and how they're going to be fighting. I feel like a boss that, even though he's slow, it really causes immense pressure on the team, just time-wise, is a troll.
I got him.
We've only seen
this troll on Team 13 Reason Why, just giving them a little bit of hell.
Yeah, he's slow, but like he has the regen, he has the vomit, he has the hordes that's going to be coming in, he has the specials that are going to be coming in. And they're also a Witch Hunter Captain down as well.
Fuck you.
He's damaged.
Back up Mark.
So at this point, even though this troll is the only thing remaining, they can't even really go for a kill.
They
decide
restart.
to abandon the run and restart regardless of people still alive.
15 minutes left. So, I mean, I think that was a smart choice.
Those are decisions you can have to take right now with how little time you have left.
We still are doing the barrel event here for Team Cyber Mercy, who is Team Ruby Legion. They are dealing with, look at that, he decided to like, okay, cool, that gutter runner jumped in, but I'm going to take care of this rattling. I know they're going to turn around and take care of this gutter runner for me. Like, knowing that about your team, knowing who, I mean, that's the same with a lot of team-based games, right? You find a group of people you play with, you know how they play, you know their strengths and weaknesses, you know how you fit into the team as well.
Ammo. Ice.
Oh, that poke. I'm going to focus a little bit more here on Cyber Mercy because they are in the barrel event, so we're going to take a look at them.
Yeah, they got this 3-1 split as well. That's fairly common with this event, with the elf being on its own while the rest of the team tries to deal with the waves. So they've got the one barrel that's been thrown into the area where the respawns are while the others are being done. And yeah, they're already got both of those other barrels slotted in. So the elf only has to come back to the rest of the team so they can do this final barrel. and move on. Although if the wizard is down, but it's gonna survive.
Is there any more healing on their team? No
Once
healing.
they put this last barrel in, they have to avoid deaths because they no longer will respawn in this area.
I'm gonna point out that the Grail Knight has a toe. Probably one of his quests that he just finished, but
Yeah,
he's got a
like,
toe.
Just a quest, just didn't get to pick up any other supplies.
That barrel is so close to being put in. But
They have to stabilize the team before they want to put any barrels in, because like they lose the ability to respawn here. So Shade will probably want to try to heal the wizard the moment they get the room to do so.
Oh man, one monk is all that needs to happen. Okay, there's that gas rat slinging some globes. Those should be okay.
2 guard runners here, just on top.
Full book run. Yeah, that's what they're gonna go do.
Well, they've already missed a grimoire here.
Yeah, leading in. Yeah. Wow. What a gut. Whoa, so gutsy.
Go, get it in. This is it. I'm going. Alright, let's move out to middle. Move out to middle now.
To be able to take out that runner and the gutter, or the runner and the rattling at the same time. That was skill. Calculate. That to deal with the Storm Theme now. Now the last
they
team
have,
that
all barrels all in, so they'll have either a Radogre or a Storm Fiend. It's random between the two.
I'm pretty sure I heard the Storm Fiend roar. His like laughter when he spawns in.
Yep, it is Storm Fiend.
The previous team that was here, I don't know if it was by choice, but this particular team is kind of in the same area. It looks like they actually wanted to push forward into the open area, but the horde is just too dense. It's going to cause them to be here, loop around a couple of times, use this area to their best advantage. Yeah, this particular team.
Yeah, they can't afford
they
deaths as much more anymore since the respawns are further ahead. But it seems that everyone is still alive, and there's only a Storm Fiend left. That they have a few seconds to kill before anything else comes in for them. Besides,
just to do
trickling specials.
Mental note of where we are with the other teams. We have /X. They're kind of still pushing their way through, and we even have Isolator, who had completed the barrel event. And they are making their way towards.
Yeah, they're getting somewhat close to the last event, even.
Yeah, one more section.
So
one more
might
section to cover.
Get to complete everything on time.
Last 10 minutes of the tournament.
There's also ammo typically.
I see a heal up there. It's fine. Don't put up child where...
I want to keep an eye on them. I know that they completed the barrels here. It's good. I want to see them get through these double doors. I want to see them clear out this horde, clear out some of these specials. There we go. We're dropping the tome. Oh no, the wizard picked it up.
While it is slightly funny, I would question this decision, considering this is a tournament, since it prevents the wizard from being able to be traded the healing draft if ever it's needed to.
Oh no, this is gonna run a pickup. Okay. But they're moving. They're moving.
It looks like Team 13 Reason Why has suffered yet another defeat.
Oh no! As soon as I see, yeah.
Probably, I don't know if that's their last attempt or not.
No, 13th Regions are just gonna be moving into their last attempt.
Right, so they have one last attempt still.
Yes. So they're already starting to plan the next bit of attack here. Like once they get down this hill to the drop down, they're gonna deal with another boss or some more other kind of spawns.
Oh, he's still alive.
Oh yeah, the 21.
Bro, I shot him already.
Why are there no shooters?
Beard or no beard.
Meanwhile, Blow, we've got a fresh attempt on Righteous Stand still. With a Red Ogre on this first boss trigger.
Ooh. Well, I mean, Red Ogre's small mercy. Even a smaller mercy if you knew how to like make him fall on a box, and when they don't know what to do, they just like float up in the air.
Well, that's more Storm Fiends that do that than Red Ogres.
That is true. Yeah, they're pathing, especially if there's fire down. I love how scared of fire Storm Fiends are. Their own fire. Looks like they're gonna be able to take care of this Rat Ogre pretty quickly, pretty easily. No specials coming in.
You have nothing left.
And that's the Ogre. They're gonna be moving on. Wow. Okay, they're making their way through the ruins.
You should probably move this last stream to be where
the
disconnected one is at this point, since so we can have a view. You can have a view all 4 remaining streams.
I think if I'm smart enough, this worked.
Check them back for an item.
Go back. I'll go back.
Be careful, they're gonna bring out loads of champions potentially.
Oh, that's a Kong.
That's good.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Oh, behind some base festivals.
So from left to right, we have Isolator on the left, and I also got to mute some of these streams because there's just a lot of sounds going on at once. And we're gonna turn on ISIS. From left to right, I have Isolator. You guys can see up here in the top left. I have Isolator, Cyber Mercy, and Blow Blow. So
it looks like Slash Kicks was actually on their last time, so they've not started another one.
Oh, that was their last one.
Yeah, well, they're disconnected now, so it seems they're done.
Okay. I don't wanna accidentally not show somebody. But they we have Isolator that is about to make their drop down.
Do we go in?
Yeah, stop the base.
And they're gonna start very soon.
Come over this way. If there's enough.
The finale to Engines of War.
This website is kind of slightly unfortunate with 3 streams, since it decides to put them in a line like this, which actually makes them smaller than if they were just in a square with 1 hole.
Yeah. But I mean, what if I decide to put 1 more stream in here, right?
Yeah, but you could put Slash Kicks back, even though they're disconnected. Just,
yeah, if I put 1 more in there before the big event happens, this should actually give us more screen time or viewage.
Yeah, we've got
Maybe use this one.
Isolator, which are in the last event area, just clearing the place before actually starting, and Cybermerc, who are progressing through the Beastman Stone, which now has actual Beastmen able to spawn nearby of it. In
That's
this
so
game.
cool. I mean, it's a herd stone, man. Like,
Yeah, the herd stone.
it's gotta be there.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny thing that right in VT1 that back in VT1 in the version that version of the map they would mention it's a herdstone and stuff and it's big worker beastmen, even though there was only Skaven back in VT1. But now that we've got this version of the map in VT2 and there are actual beastmen in VT2, it's gonna the beastmen are there.
That's a drop on the wizard, being able to pick him back up. He is wounded, so if this wizard for Cyber Mercy gets to 0, it's it. There's no healing, and they're the one with the tome. Just
no healing draft that should have been traded, so it's not quite a punish on the tome. But
I think I heard the bell being rung here on isolators.
Yes.
So yeah, stand your ground until the ship arrives. All right, so the event has started for them.
No, I missed the hat.
Meanwhile, Blow starting the first Righteous Stand event as well.
I've got some coming from the other side as well. Don't forget to use yours.
So this team decides to...
Because this is Onslaught Plus, we could expect some extra craziness for...
Getting a firebomb out there.
Team.
Not a good bomb.
They're holding their ground and trying to kill as much stuff as possible before they have to give any...
Ooh, they're backing around.
Yeah, now they're giving up some ground.
And see, you have to. Earlier, yesterday, we saw teams take both either left or right side corner, and they sat there, and it worked out just enough. Here, they're not going to play that game. Once they know they got to move, pack up, move around, start kiting. It's a square. Yep. Start kiting. Ooh, they popped a barrel in their own faces.
This event is timed, and unlike in Righteous Stand, they don't have to kill everything. They just have to survive and keep it survivable.
Yeah, no, there is. Yeah, 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. So if a team suffers any kind of problems, right now is the time to either start that new try or grin and bear it. The Chaos Warriors are coming in. You got Fire Rats coming in, Maulers. I'm so scared of these skating attacks.
The ship is nearly here. If we can slow it down a bit, we can just like.
Almost here, he said. So, okay.
Oh my.
Keeping your eyes in the back of your head so you can see where that ship
Wow,
is. Get to the
down.
ferry. I see it docking right now.
Go towards the ship.
There's a concentration potion on this elf. They're just gonna sit in Viz.
The elf is just gonna full stealth.
You better believe it.
Doesn't matter anymore because the elf is going to make it no matter what.
And
So there's
that-
going to be a full completion of all 4 maps for Isolator's team. 3 of those maps done on Onslaught Plus.
Oh, GG.
3 of those maps done Onslaught Plus. We also have a one-shot on Hail Scourge, which wasn't there on Onslaught Plus, but
Like always.
yeah, they got a completion on the 3rd try on Fort Bracken, 1st try on Hail Scourge, 2nd try on Righteous Stand, and 2nd try on Engines of War. Congratulations and well done to Team Mighty Masochists. All 4 of those maps completed within the 3-hour time constraint. 2 minutes to spare. Catch your breath.
So now we're left with 2 teams. It seems
Blowblow's doing a restart at that last.
a defeat on Blow. I think they might yet have one last attempt. To, yeah, they have a 25-minute bonus because of the connection issues they've had.
Okay.
So they yet are able to do another attempt.
Got you, XN. Yeah, and then Grim just did that too. I'm trying to think what is the best way to do this. So if I take out Isolator from here, and I put Blow in instead, and then come back and put in Isolator just as a placeholder.
Right? Yeah. Wow, X-Fan Factor Labs put in.
That should put both of them. I don't want to still have to look at the bottom left and top right. Bottom left and top right. This should fix it up. So the last teams. There we go. Yeah. But we do have Cyber Mercy. They are making their way. They are at the drop down just before the finale event. We're going to listen in on Blow.
It's the last event of Engines.
I think so. I mean, they don't have healing yet. They still have a tome. There's a good book to read on the boat right out.
At this point, it looks like they're trying to make it to the end with that tome.
Really get those bragging points, those bragging rights. BioShift, thank you and welcome. Thank you for being part of today. Thank you for being part of today's tournament. And thank you for being part of the Vermintide community. Everybody here, you guys are awesome. Heroes is what Fat Shark always puts in their emails. You guys are heroes.
What? Oh, okay, got this.
Welcome and hail to you guys. Welcome to the stream. This is the last 2 teams we got going on. We have Blow's team, who is team I know it's here. Nameless Patrol, and we have Cyber Mercy, who is team Ruby Legion. You have I have the stream like this because if I get rid of the other 2, I think it's gonna not spread them out correctly. I think we're gonna see a lot of ugly. I could try. See what happens if I. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. If I were to get rid of Isolator and /X here. Let's see what that looks like.
2 teams left.
Yeah. Yeah, see, it's okay. It's okay.
Cybermer and Blow.
So we're going to listen in here on Cyber Mercy. They are about to start their event. Ring the bell. They do have a wizard on Wounded, and they do have now the Grail Knight on Wounded. Isolated, thank you. No, it's about the Vermintide community coming together for this. I think it's insane. This is season 3. You guys realize that? We got a season 4, hopefully a season 5, season 6. This is awesome. The people come together for this. They really are, like, it's wholesome in a sense. Rooting each other on, seeing each other play. Yeah, we're making our jokes. Yeah, we're poking fun. But at the end of the day, we're all enjoying Vermintide. I'm glad you guys are here. You guys enjoy the commentary, the shoutcasting. I have a lot of fun. Grim?
It's really fun seeing so many people enjoying my mods.
This time it's gonna be me dead and everyone else makes it.
They're ringing the bell. We're gonna let it go in. Once the event kind of a couple of seconds in, we'll go full screen. Because we have Blow. They are still making their way towards the. They're in market at the start of the game, so we're gonna make a mental note of that. We're gonna take a look here at where Cyber Mercy is. We can even listen in on them.
So real quick, if you have to circle the house, go in the door, drop into the basement, and immediately rush out of the basement. It's really
Oh, they're actually considering going into the basement. I was so scared for everybody who played yesterday. You guys are like, some of you were like starting to get ready to play in the basement and fight in the basement. I was so scared. I was like, please don't. One gas rat, it's over.
We saw some interesting strategies on Engines of War yesterday.
Yeah.
The one map that both tiers shared.
Oh, Hook Rat picking up the Witch Hunter Captain.
Brutal. It's going to be the end of the Witch Hunter Captain, I'm fairly sure. Picking up the tome.
Nice.
We're left with 3 alive, so it's not the end yet. Especially since all they have to do is survive as opposed to killing everything.
So the 3 of them, though, are staying close together as much as they can. No Packmaster to pull them apart just yet. They are going around the house. Let's see. Let's see about this this basement play. Here we go. Oh, that's what he meant. Okay, so the Grail Knight thought he meant go in through the hole. He meant go in through the house and then through the floorboards that are busted.
Yep.
But they are going to get it. The boat is there.
We get this revive here for the Witch Hunter Captain to rejoin the group.
Looks like that boat's about 20 seconds away from docking, and then they have a slight animation that it needs to finish too, so be aware of that.
One slight loop with the shade potentially using
there's the invis going on
to make it out a little bit. It is a strength potion and not a conk potion.
They could be running concoction, possibly not, but it's possible. The boat did just stop. Shade is down.
The shade is very dead.
Shade is dead. We have a Witch Hunter Captain going into the house, trying to go through the floorboards. Going to go through the basement.
No pressure right now. Just gonna try to make it out.
The wizard making it with the book into the Bridge of Shadows.
We've got ourselves a tome, boys.
Yeah, tome completion.
3.
I'm gonna do it just for the walls.
That's awesome. All right, so now you have the okay. That's it. They're in the Bridge of Shadows. They got their tome. He jumped off the edge. They finished it with tome and a potion to spare. Congratulations on your Engines of War completion. That's awesome. With that was it. That was the last attempt with them too. That was the last attempt because we are now 5 minutes over. So now
we're left with one team that has their 25-minute bonus because of how they've had issues, technical issues earlier on.
Yeah, so they have like 1 or 2 more. Actually, this attempt number for right in the face with that gas.
They are on right stand, so regardless of whether or not that's their third attempt on this map, they could still also try Engines of War once potentially.
Come here.
I'm gonna try to turn up the audio a little bit so we can hear in and see if we can hear the specials come in. So man, now we've got some pretty crazy ideas going on in this tournament. We've got a tome completion. Yesterday we had a pickaxe. We had a controller player just doing work with that controller, honestly. It's a lot of fun. The way people have approached this tournament. I want to hear what he said. The way people have approached this tournament.
This Ironbreaker here on Righteous Stein is following suit with a tome.
Yeah. Oh, You think you're the only one? Oh, midair! Oh, wow. If it was regular game, that would have killed him for sure.
Probably. I'll
I mean,
just shoot both everything. Attempts we got.
Good luck.
Oh, the controller player was awesome.
Moving.
Starting the circle. Everybody circles the same way, right? Everybody's doing it clockwise.
Yeah.
Nobody ever does it counterclockwise.
I'll be on later.
I don't know if that's a left-handed thing, because I always go counterclockwise, and I'm left-handed.
Okay. Oh.
So they did have a troll, I believe, just spawn in.
Oh no! Come on.
Oh
Yeah,
no, gutter picking him up.
One boss, which I believe can be any of the. Well, it can be either a Radogur, Chaos Spawn, or a troll.
But like,
Troll
is, I'm gonna say, the most devastating boss that you have to deal with in this particular mode, even in this area.
Okay, so the Radogur and Chaos Spawn will be more like actually attacking you in this, while the troll is kind of hanging in the back of the pack in this, and is less of a threat until everything else is done for. Even though it might take slightly longer to kill him after that.
And I think
but usually, like, you're clearing everything else out first, and then killing the boss, regardless of which boss it is.
I think the only boss we saw one of is the Mino, and that was because it was Deathwitch Onslaught Plus.
Yeah, it's kind of thing. Like, those events were made obviously before Winds of Magic and do not include Beastman.
What am I doing?
Oh yeah, that's
I threw so hard.
that's very unfortunate. That's everybody down count.
That's tough,
because
man.
of their time bonus, I think they can try again.
Do we have the time for another one?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, they're getting ready. They're preparing for their last one, it seems. Well, actually, no. If it's 25 minutes in, that means they have until 1:25, right? They have until 1:25 to get their attempts in. So 15 minutes for them.
It's as if they were 25 minutes before us, right? So they can finish their attempts regardless of time, but they have until basically 25 minutes later to start their attempts.
Okay. All right. So that means they're moving in on their final 15 minutes. The final 15 minutes to begin a map. Oh, 1:20.
It's unlikely for there to be anything else.
Okay, Xen. I understand. So they're entering in their last 10 minutes.
Real Knight was having a poor start.
Ooh, I mean, the monks coming in, they've got their backs to the wall immediately. Hordes coming in from that back end. They're trying to make as much stagger and much room as possible, but that Grail Knight will die. The wizards' jumps are up. They're finally being able to kill these monks. Getting pushed and punched in the back by the fire rat. Getting a couple of shots off on him. Gutter saving himself.
Skaven Horde is merciless. Tiniest sliver on this wizard. I can't see any green health anymore. It's all white.
Yeah.
He's not wounded.
Ooh, right in the face, and they turned around. Yeah, that is insane to be on that low health.
Fully dead, which already puts them limited amount of DPS.
Big disadvantage. Welcome, Daedalus. Thank you. Welcome to the tail end of the Deathwish Onslaught tournament in Vermintide 2, Season 3. Morale is really high for them. There's some healing right there where the casks are. But they got to find the time to be able to use it.
Nobody's wounded at the moment out of the
That's
people
true.
alive. The wizard might be quite
Oh no! Saved. Oh, but then the fire.
I'm not charging my bolt long enough.
All I have to say is I held up my end of the bargain. I didn't even go
Okay, I'll get a hot knife. What? Why?
Yeah, this is it, Daedalus. This is the tournament. It's put together by some amazing Vermintide community members. Examina in chat. Incandescent in chat. Bioshift in chat.
And for whatever reason, they all did it yesterday. That's why I asked.
Can we push him? Probably not.
So this is season 3. I don't see this event. I don't foresee this being the end. I foresee many more seasons after this. So towards the end of the stream, I'm gonna go over and drop some links in chat for you guys to check out the Discord. If this is interesting, if this is your first time here, and you're thinking, hey, I want to get in on this, I'll drop those links and you guys can start organizing your teams and start practicing. No, I don't. Do I?
Body block.
I did. I'm so sorry. I thought for sure I muted it. I apologize, guys. I thought it was a little hectic. Casual joking.
On your head.
They've got this rat ogre now to deal with as their first boss trigger. With 3 alive.
There's a freaking monk inside.
But with them backing up all the way back here to respawn.
I typically don't do that.
Before the event still, as it is about at the first home area.
Oh, it should only be these sounds.
Or a kill on this rat ogre now that there's nothing else around.
It's muted.
Gas spawn.
Oh, yeah. That's their in-game voice chat. We can hear them communicating to each other. I'm watching them through streams, so there's not a way to be able to watch multiple gameplays in-game. That's not a thing. So we're watching everybody's stream. So the teams that play, if you guys do decide to play and somebody does stream it, is potential we can be able to get you up here. We can get you covered. We can get you, shout out and played.
Sorry.
Yeah, I made it louder. I made it louder on purpose.
No.
The big thing for me is even though their audio isn't so loud, I can't hear their specials as they're coming in to be able to call.
They might yet have to go for an attempt on Engines of War at the rate this is going.
Yeah. They're in 6 minutes, I think, though. I think this is... Oh, I'll let tournament organizers take care of that. That is going to be a down.
Oh, that's that for this attempt. I don't know if they're going for another one, but...
The next one is going to have to be, if they are allowed another attempt, they're going to have to do Engines of War.
Yep.
Best dodge in my life.
And it was disaster.
Yeah, I don't know.
This
What
whole
happened?
thing.
Killing that suck. Why? You can't even.
I don't want to do it.
Yep.
I think this might be the end.
Yeah, they're kind of hanging out for a couple of minutes. I'm just kind of being quiet, seeing what's going on. We've had a couple of teams, 5 teams that played today. What'd they say? I missed what they said in comm.
I'm gonna eat something. See you next time.
I think that's it. They're saying see ya and all that.
So that'd be the end of the tournament.
That'd be the end of it. Yeah. So guys, let me find OBS and try to put myself on here real quick. I'll put there. We'll do this one. I want to maintain the whole background here of this. We did have a number of 5 teams that played. Again, I want to really commend the people who played throughout the entire weekend. But today we had 5 teams: Mighty Masochists, Ruby Legion, 13 Reasons Why, No Flavor, and Nameless Patrol. So thank you guys for giving us some insane stellar gameplay. Thank you guys for being in here, part of the 3rd season of the Death Wish Onslaught series. And I said I was going to give you some links. So I don't know. Can I make a invite link to this server? XN or Ice, are you ready for to spam a couple of links if I go ahead and at you? And I'm gonna throw on some background music here real quick. There we go. Some nice Vermintide. Yeah, ice. I'm gonna give it to you. Permit. Go ahead and link it like 3 or 4 times. I know it's one link. Everybody put it in a couple of times. Go ahead and do that, Inkin. If you have the link, spam it a couple of times. If you guys are interested in joining and being part of this event, and playing in the Legend tier, the Cata 1 tier, the Cata 3 tier. Today we had 5. Yesterday I think we had 7 or 8 teams altogether. So we're looking at 13 teams. Last season we had 16 teams. It's just people are interested. People are ready to play. BioShift, I got you. Permit at BioShift. So definitely go click those links. Check it out. Big thank you to BioShift, Incandescent, and Xan putting all this stuff together. Thank you for having me. And Grim, Shoutcast this. Thank you guys for being part of it. I can't say thank you enough. It's so fun to do this. Thank you, and everybody who was watching this stream. This is my personal stream, so if you did follow, if you did subscribe, if you did donate or anything like that, I appreciate it. I do see it, but I want to keep focus here on it, the Vermintide event. And thank you so much. I'll leave you guys with 2 videos as we wrap this up. You guys keep talking in chat.
I've been glad to be here again for this 3rd season.
Dude,
I'll be here again for more to come.
It's so fun to like cast with you because it's the back and forth we have, seeing things, and you catch things that I don't catch as well. So I love it. Do you have any exit words, Grim? I'll give it to you while I get this prepped and ready.
It's been fun seeing all those teams play to their best again. It's like I've spent quite a bit of time making the Onslaught, both in the first and the second game, and it's fun to see that time was not wasted, right? There's a lot of people that enjoy it, and each of those tournaments is a reminder that it was not, it was time well spent, basically.
All right, I think we've got it. I'm gonna leave you guys with this little video, back-to-back 2 videos. Talk amongst yourselves, and I'll see you in Season 4 of the Deathwish Onslaught Tournament, Vermintide 2. Have a good night. Just want to say real quick, huge shout out to Delito who made this, and also to Mr. Chen who made this one. After this, I'm out. Delito and Mr. Chen, thank you guys.